All right, there we go. We're live. Yeah, we're live. Do you want to do the intro, or do you want me to do the intro?
I'll happily do it. Welcome to the sort of delayed RaddTitan chat. I just want to apologise for the 40 minutes of rambling you had to listen to from that hairy fucking chimp on Thursday night. But I had slightly. My son's got a little bit of a cold, so he was playing up like about an hour before and come on the chat. So I tried to push it back an hour, but he just still weren't settling. And I'm quite a hands-on type of dad, so I like to be around. But I only sort of come on and do these when he's sort of sleeping or when he's feeding or when he's sort of not like playing or anything. So evening is pretty much the time. So apologies that I left you in the lurch and you had to listen to Alex yap on about Japan and some other shit. But we can get on.
Did you watch it?
Oh, fuck, you mad?
You fucking asshole.
I was watching them other boys, their chat. I was watching fucking Darth Castle. Was that I watch you?
You prick. I was like waiting for you for like an hour and a half to come on. And I kept seeing like the numbers were pretty good. So I thought, shit, man, we made these guys wait. And I've got to do something and just like at least go on and apologise.
Yeah, I mean, I literally, when you were on the chat, I was dealing with the boy. He just was fucking screaming. He's teething, I think, at the moment, and he's like, he had a little bit of a cold, he couldn't breathe, so he's fucking spraying things up his nose and sucking fucking bogies out of his nose. It was a fucking nightmare.
Nice.
Yeah, it was nice. It was, you get this little thing, this little, this good thing.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Parent thing that no one tells you about, and all of a sudden you have a child and someone gives it to you as a gift because you're going to need that. You're looking at it like, what the fuck is that? Basically, you stick up your kid's nose and suck, and all the bogies cut. It's disgusting. But it's what needs to be done.
Cheers, Andy. Thanks, man. Andy said he's going to share the link. X-Men exclusives. So, Collectible Kingdom, yeah, basically, I did pick up this Spider-Man in the week. One of our moderators, Dan James, was selling it fucking stupidly cheap. So,
great piece and all. It's a shame.
Yeah, so basically I said, yeah, I'll take it off you. I'll give you the money straight away. I'm not even going to ask any questions. Took it off him. And I've got the plan where I'm going to do... I was looking at someone like Andrew Ho's pictures. He's got like a Scarlet Spider, a retro, and he's repainted the other Spider-Man. He's got like... he's got the wings underneath the arms and stuff like that. So I thought to myself, you know what, I'm... for that sort of price, I might as well get my toes wet with that custom paint side. And
you'll never go back. Once it's done, you're in trouble. I'm telling you now.
Well, I mean, the thing is I already have this piece, and I already have the symbiote. So I thought to myself, what can I do? And I mean, I looked at Andrew Ho's one, and he's got the Scarlet Spider. So I thought to myself, you know what, I think that does look really nice, but again, it's a bit too much work. Really, it's a lot of work to do that. It's not easy because obviously you have to with the Scarlet Spider. You probably got to use the symbiote because he hasn't got all of the webbing. You would have to sand down.
Also on top of that, what you're trying to do is make a sculpted jumper, and that's hard.
Yeah, well, he has like a zip-up hoodie, and it's
a fucking jumper. It's the same thing.
So
it's a thick jumper, isn't it, that he's wearing, which is going to be really hard to make look good.
So I thought to myself, I looked online. We and you had a good old chat about it, and I went with the idea that Sideshow originally did the Negative Zone, so I looked into the Negative Zone Spider-Man, and someone's actually done one which was really nice. I do think that was a Spanish painter that did that, but I might be wrong. I thought to myself, well, if you do the Negative Zone, you don't have to sculpt. It's all there. It's just basically you're making the blue will be like a white grey, and then you have the reds will be the black, and then the webbing will be white,
silver,
yeah. So I thought to myself, I'll give that a go, and considering
had different eyes as well, which are nice. Has like an internal eye in the eye, so it's like the outline goes round, and then there's an eye inside the eye.
Yeah, so basically the black outline is white, and then the white inner is black.
Yeah, Looks a little bit more obvious though on that particular one.
Yeah,
Stands out.
so I thought I'd give that a go. What whiskey is this? This is Johnny Walker. It's just a blended one, so it's nothing special. It's just 18-year Johnny Walker. So yeah.
How you like your men, innit?
What, 18 blended?
18, called Johnny, walks in.
So what are we doing? Something. I'm just looking through the comments quickly, so I'm trying to see if I can keep up with them as go along. But there was quite a few. Your boy Gooch was the first one in the house. Phantom Statue Collector, B. Alex Thompson, Gabriel Ross. Gabriel Ross is at work. Poor fucker.
Good boy.
Well, you got to get that money. Yeah.
Getting paid to play.
Collectible Kingdom in the house.
Welcome, brothers.
Yeah, so yeah, this is a surprise Saturday. Basically, Gio gave me a shout earlier, said you want to do one later on. I was like, yeah, why not?
Well, you didn't get through any pictures or anything, did you? Just yambled on about you. You just give me all that yammer about your holiday and all your fucking nonsense, your daddy's little trip and all that shit.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Well, I already thought I'm already pissing my girlfriend off going away for 2 weeks. What's another fucking night? You know, at him in the house.
I want to get actually. I've got to be honest. I reached out to Atim. I want to get him on the chat as a guest 1 week. So we're going to make that happen.
Well,
I really enjoyed his. I actually really enjoyed his skit the other week when he was talking on Darth Castle's chat. I like his eye. It's got very good. It's got a very good eye for things like really intricate details and stuff. I enjoyed listening to his little bit. You know, I didn't listen to the whole chat because I mean, there's fucking loads of brothers on there. Everyone. I mean,
it was about 4 hours.
That is now the collector's chat. That is the premium. I mean, that's where you want to go if you want to be watching that. So if you like big panels and lots of people, and everyone's shooting the shit with each other, check out like Darth Castle and their crew that they've got running there, because that now is that. I mean, it used to be that, you know, Lou and Vic's one was that when they had a big group on there, but now this is the fucking one. This is all really light, fun, really good guys there. So you should check them out.
Yeah, Nelson in the house. Superman 616. I wonder, is 616 like a first appearance of someone or something? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. 616 doesn't really
late number though, isn't it? It's really late, but it could be.
Yeah, well, Anti-Venom is, I don't know, it's like 638 or something, but
629 Anti-Venom, I think.
Yeah, Carl Gambrio in the house. As sick as a dog. Get well soon, buddy.
Yes. Feel better, man.
Oh, he's going to Wonderfest as well, so I'll see you there.
Very good. Make sure you
don't
your hand and then shake Alex's hand. Give him a big.
Yeah, make sure you don't fucking cough in my face or anything. I won't be happy. Are you guys meeting up? Blah blah blah. Yeah, let me know, man. Let me know what you're doing. Definitely. Spanish Heart's battery's dead, so he ain't going to be here long. Probably already missed that shout out. Statue. I'm going to call him Statue Manatee because he's always taking a piss at me. So Statue Matinee, isn't it?
The other one.
Yeah, I'm going to call him Statue Manatee. It sounds much better. Is a manatee like that big fucking fat seal thing?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is.
That sea elephant thing.
Yeah, sea cow.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to call you the Statue Manatee just because.
A fucking sea cow, bitch.
Spanish Heart, be right back. Children of the Atom, Dave Cassidy in the house. Richard Gauthier, Tack in the house. Xavier Pilot. Expert exclusives.
Good guy, man. Love them.
Expert exclusives. Goddamn, you guys talk too much on here. I could try to catch up with it all. Yep, that was Dan's. Nicholas in the house. Cat Dad in the house. Got our mods representing.
Good boy.
Love some sushi.
That means not throwing anybody out.
They're watching. Someone tell Vass to go sit on the group then. JJ Bray in the house. Kickass UK, that's a new one. Not heard of that one before. Hey guys, Totally Fennel. Yep, the $6.99 in crowdfunding got my beard cut. Yeah. Cody Spencer in the house. No coffee mug this time. Yeah, got the whiskey this time though.
Dude, Saturday night, man, it's whiskey and beers night.
Cole's Toy Story. Edwin Diaz, Mr. Capital himself.
Yeah, that's
Michael Myers in the house. Tony Tiger. What do you think of the P1 Future Predator? Which one's the Future Predator? Is that the one with the
broken tusk? Is it
the cracked tusk? There's cracked tusk, and then there's the other ones. But there's also the one from Infinity Studios, which looks fucking amazing. Oh yeah, that's right. Spider-Man 616, because 616 Earth 616 is the universe, isn't it?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. You
just had to be a bit sharper up there.
It's today. Yeah, 616 is a normal Marvel universe. Yeah, I didn't pick up on that there. I was trying to think of edition sizes because that's what I've been googling like non-stop.
You mean key issues?
Yeah, well, I've been looking up like edition numbers and stuff like that to try and figure out if they're worth getting or whatever. So yeah, Mini Macaway, Yo from Geo.
Yo, motherfuckers.
Yeah, Dave Cassie says yeah, it's a sea cow. Mr. Capo Channel. Chug the rest of that bottle. I'll have it done by the end of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I think I've just skipped to the bottom now. Damn it. All right. If I missed your comment, I am sorry. Let me just go through really quickly. Oh, actually, there's still fucking loads. There's someone called Raw. Raw. Shadow 32. Shinuto. Yes, RaddTitan fan. John Band prefers Jack Daniels. Yeah, I don't.
I like the honey one, but I'm really pathetic when it comes to these sort of like hard liquor drinks. Alex will tell you when we went to visit XM, we decided, and I don't know why we decided to do it, but we decided to give him a gift and buy him some like scotch or whatever the fuck it was. Bearing in mind that they're probably never drink. I don't think I've ever seen them drink. But never mind. It was a nice.
We found out afterwards they don't drink when we gave them.
Yeah, they don't drink. So it's on display. What we did find out is they liked part of the design of the box better than they did the whiskey and used it for a statue base idea. We won't go into which one it was, but basically when we handed it over to him, this 200 quid bottle of thing, it was like, oh, look at the box.
Yeah, 169.99. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Let's make this base and the same sort of style of the box. Me and Alex were looking at each other, but anyway, when we went,
they didn't drink it because it was still there.
To the airport on the way, and we're like, yeah, we'll get them a nice one from our neck of the woods because it's very expensive over there.
Yeah,
fucking beer's too expensive. So we were there with this woman, like who was like serving us, and she went, "Oh yeah, let's sample some stuff." And she poured some shit out, like really expensive.
But the one that she poured out wasn't the one we bought. The one she poured out was like £1,000.
Yeah,
it was £1,000 bottle.
Out. Alex like took a swig of it and was like, "Oh yeah, that's really nice. That's really smooth." And she looked at me like, like, you're gonna try it. And I like literally, I took it in my mouth. I swallowed a tiny bit of it, and I spat all over Alex's face.
Yep. Right, and then the woman was like this really kind of posh, like snobby woman, and just like hands me a tissue, puts down the little cup and walks away, and I'm just like,
yeah, put down the thing. I was like, yeah, I put down the drink. I was like, yeah, don't fucking like that.
I think she poured out the one we bought, and she says, "Oh, do you want to try this one?" And you just like, nah. So,
yeah, you're right. Let Alex call it. You like that? We'll buy that one. That's fine. Fucking drinking stuff.
Cheers, McGee, PJ in the house, Sean as well. Sean Kabaka. Did he win? Was he the one who won the competition? Sean, I might be wrong.
Oh, the picture one. I think it might be. That name rings a bell, actually.
Gabriel Ross. Sorry, I'm catching up with all these comments. Dickie Two Shoes in the house.
My boy. Do you know what's funny? I tell you what. I was brushing my teeth. About 3 days. Listen, shut up. I was brushing my teeth 3 days ago, like in the morning with Jenny. Like Jenny was walking around the bathroom, and I don't know what happened, but she was talking about like Dick. We said something about somebody's name being Dickie, and she was like, she had my boy, and she was going, "Oh, my name's Dickie Two Shoes," like that. And I fucking cracked up. I said, "Where have you heard that name?" I said, "It's my favourite name." We got a guy on YouTube comes on our chats. His name's that. I don't know where the fuck she's heard it, but she said it. It was freaky, man. It's a bit like maybe she's listening, maybe she's watching, and I don't know.
I've seen it. She does watch our stuff. Oh my god, why can't people just have like simple names? What's that?
Dan Smith,
Miyagi Dukid, Sup, Comic
Sup.
Galaxy. They're saying Immortalized in Stone is still the place to be. What do you mean, used to, brother? That's a little disrespectful, Gio. Oh, it's an opinion.
I mean, the thing is I always find, the Immortalized in Stone chat, it doesn't exist anymore. That chat doesn't exist.
No,
it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
that doesn't exist. So you can't. Immortalized in Stone was Vix and Lou's chat. That was their chat that they did on their own. Then they did a collector's chat. So it's not called. I don't think they call it that anymore. At least
someone told me the other day it's not called that anymore. So
yeah. So I can't say, oh yeah, watch Immortalized in Stone. You'd be watching all the stuff from about 2 years ago.
Brian O'Rourke, good to catch it live. Depressed Irish band, England beat us at rugby.
Yeah, it's funny. Was watching the scores, man. I don't have any idea about what was going on.
Miles Cunningham, Kick-Ass UK says he has his first live stream. Good to have you on board. Commando Ran, wow, this grew fast. I started here much lower. GJ guys, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. The Rogue One, is that Rick Shaw? Last time I watched open mic night, there was some naked Australian on there. Oh yeah, I saw that at the beginning. Jason started getting all his clothes off. What's your drink?
I did say it was the place to be. Where else are you going to find shit like that?
What are you drinking? Apparently, they're asking you now.
I'm drinking. I think I'm drinking Kronenberg 1664.
Yeah, good call. I do like a bit of Kronenberg. Steve C in the house from the island of Sicily. So, yeah,
nice. Sicily.
Yeah, it's not what you think it is. It's off of like Cornwall or something, isn't it? Devon.
Oh, silly.
Yeah, no, it's spelled Sicily, isn't it?
It's not Sicily, you stupid cunt. It's the Isle of like Scilly or whatever it is.
No, it's spelled Sicily. Scilly.
Silly. Sicily's not spelled that way.
Oh well, anyway.
You can speak English, you stupid cunt.
Wow, I'm dyslexic. Chris Kendall. Hey guys, hope your son's feeling better, Gio.
Thanks, man. I got to say, it was really nice to see some messages on Alex's awful chat the other day. It was nice to see them. It's lovely, It makes it does bring a smile to your face.
Divide in the house. Sorry, try to get through these as quick as possible. Venomets anime. That's Cantu. Just started doing some reviews. Emmanuel Cantu just started doing some reviews. He's got quite a good. I quite like his intros where he does all the assembly. Like he does it.
Dude, I used to see that guy all the time on RaddTitan. I don't see him anymore.
He's not in RaddTitan anymore.
Why not?
Because he left. I can't. Well, do you want to go into it now? I think he left, didn't he? And then I can't remember. He went at some point. I don't know.
Oh, that's not good.
Goro's Arms. Quite cool name. Goro's Arms. First live stream.
Is there 4 of them?
Sean says it wasn't me unless I won and I didn't know it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Somebody called Sean won something.
Someone called Sean posted a picture of him giving out comic books in a school, and he won.
Giveaway. Yeah,
he won our giveaway, which was the Spider-Man Mary Jane. Dave Richardson, David Satara, what's up, fellas? Glad I finally got to join you. Punisher XS, hello. Steve C, my first PF arrived today, and I love it. Big shout out to Alex for his help on Messenger.
What was it?
I don't remember. Did I? I
mean, honestly, the amount of people you speak.
I did.
People just don't.
I was talking to Steve the other day. He was on the page, but so many people have messaged me recently about Thor, Daredevil, and everyone's getting like Thor, Daredevil, and another piece. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Daredevil looks good.
Mark C from Singapore. He's up at 5:20 watching us. Jesus, man.
Get in there.
Meditation.
T-shirt.
Nelson. He's agreeing with you, so I'll skip that one.
Agreeing with what? What did I say?
He said, yeah, it's silly.
Ah, my boy. We leave Alex for the numbers.
Cheers, McKee. It's a different place I was talking about. Ed Dude in the house. Always knew his name was going to pop up.
Go on, my man.
Gabriel Ross. Croaking. We'll go into that in a minute. Chris Eaton in the house. Dave Richardson. I think I'm at the bottom. Yay! If I missed anyone there, because sorry, I did skim through that. There's quite a lot of comments, so I tried to skim through that as quick as possible. If anyone has anything to say, put it now, and then I will see it now. Okay. So then we've got Grifterer 81. Can't wait for HMO's 40k line Warhammer. Robert Hendrickson received my Yoda Legendary Scale this week. Lived up to the name, stellar work. There was an unboxing for that, weren't there? From Jose did one. Yeah, Jose tried to do the way Sideshow do the unboxings as well. Good little video. Cody Spencer. Why can't Gio see the chat? Oh, Gio's on his phone, and he doesn't want to. But if I do, I can make him see it. I think. But I have to share.
When you do screen share, I can see it from that moment.
But aren't they really small on your screen? Can you make?
They are pretty small, but no, it's not big. All
right. So, you got the Wolverine PF. That's right. Sorry, Steve.
Oh, nice.
Right. So, where were we? I've caught up with the comments now. Kickass UK came from Jen Mint's channel. So yeah, cheers to Stephen there for giving us some donor subs.
Yeah, that's what we were after. Mad love to Mr. Small.
All right. Did you get your tickets for Wonderfest already? I actually was a bit cheeky, and I spoke to some people who were like exhibiting there, and I just kind of said to them, "Can you get me in a bit early, as like with the exhibitor passes, because there is no fucking way in hell you're going to be able to cover that whole event." George ain't there, so that I'm going with one of my friends who doesn't give a fuck about statues, so he's not going to be interested in doing it. So I've got to film the whole thing on my own, and it's meant to be like 10 o'clock until like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's not long.
Prime One normally have like 100 statues, and it's going to be absolutely fucking obscene. So I spoke to some people there, and I said to them, "Look, can you get me in a little bit early, just so I get a little bit of a head start, because I really need to start." Because I mean, even though if you do like a 2-minute video per new statue, you do a 2-minute video, you go to the next one, you check it, you do this.
Yeah, you've just said it. You've just said it yourself. Prime One have 200 statues.
100.
If they have 100 statues, and that's 200 minutes. You only have 7 hours, so you've already done. Do you know what I mean? Too long, and that's only on Prime One alone. And there's loads of other companies there.
Yeah,
and that doesn't include talking to people that want to meet, people that want to chat to you. That's all like stuff that people don't. You know what I mean? I mean, me and you have spent fucking 40 hours, 50 hours at cons of like a weekend. They're only like fucking on for like nearly 30 of 8 hours. We're there fucking even longer when they shut talking to people.
Oh yeah,
so, you know, it's big time. It takes a lot of time, but you just got to, you know, I'll be with you in spirit, man, like whooping your ass.
Guile, speak to I don't know if you speak to him on the Prime One page. Speak to John Pham, and he'll sort you out. John Pham. So he helped out a lot of collectors last year. So he's the Prime One boss. Where are we? So sorry, I'm just still going through these. Jesus, man, you guys are so quick with the comments. Attack on Titan, actually, Attack on Titan is going to be at Wonderfest. And I've been speaking to Figurama, and because of the name Attack on Titan and RaddTitan, we'll be doing the unveiling of that. So, yeah, quite nice to do that. Then who else asked something? So
it's actually quite a fitting name.
Yeah. Then, sorry, to skip back to the bottom now. I do have the Devilman versus Amon, and I fucking love it. It's in my room. Someone asked what room I'm in now. I'm actually in the room where we do the reviews. Like, so the big casting couch is over there, my kitchen's over there, and I'm just in the corner. So I think we actually did a few reviews here. I think we did the Deathstroke, yeah, and a few others.
It's too big. The 1/3 scale stuff that you have to stand for scaling reasons. You can't do it when you're sitting because you cut the top of the fucking piece off.
Guile, it's PHAM, not FAM. It's PHAM.
Fam.
When you I'm being asked when I get a job again, what am I looking to do?
It's a nice question.
In all honesty, I'm actually enjoying not working quite a lot. And in all fairness, I've had this conversation with George and a few other people actually. It's like when you have like quite a long period off of work, you really like learn how to make your money work for you a little bit better. So my outgoings are really not there as such. I mean, I do buy a lot of shit now, but I have a really complicated way I deal with money. I mean, it's if people from the outside like ask me how I deal with money and I explain it to them, they're like, "What?" I have like all these little fucking pots of like money, and I have like all these different bank accounts where I kind of put like money for that in there, money for that in there, and I have a card for all different things. So
yeah, we do that. Yeah. A lot of people do that. You have money for, you put money for your mortgages, your bills, stuff for, and then you have a separate one for like food and going out and shit like that. I mean, I have a separate statue fund myself that I make sure. I mean, when I first started collecting, it came out of like wages and shit like that. Now I just try and keep it where it comes out of sales and bits and pieces. I mean, because obviously me and Alex are at a stage now where we're pretty much at capacity, so we still get pieces in. But if for any reason we're like, okay, well it's nice, but it's not a keeper, then we move them on. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. So that's we're at that stage. It's a luxurious stage because when you start and you don't have nothing, there's a big outlay. I mean, if you're not smart, and neither of us were smart when we started. We both were just like fucking buying everything. Like everything we could get our hands on. It was like buying them in.
In all honesty, in the last year, I mean, I've sold like 30 statues I had sitting in boxes as well, so that's helped me out quite a lot. I mean, I just sold Magneto. I got a good price for that. I just won a cable and I sold that, and then I've been buying and selling some comics and things like that. So it's all a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there. And funny enough, I've been doing quite a lot of like market research where they pay you like $150 to go for an hour, and I've been doing loads of that shit. So
you did that and talked about Nutella. I was well fucking jealous.
Yeah, I'm not meant to.
I love Nutella.
Yeah, and you're not meant to tell people what I talk about in there though. But you signed a non-disclosure agreement, George. Jesus, man.
Dude,
you're going to sue me now.
There's all that money gone.
Yeah, I've got to give them the £150 back now, you cocksucker. But I think Pro King was like $7.49, if I remember. It was ordered like.
Tells you how big that piece is. That it's only in shop from here, and I know how far away that label is.
Maybe $6.99. I can't remember because it was ordered in like 2016.
16, yeah, a long time ago.
So yeah, Cat Dad. Yeah, this is the Dell XPS 15. So it's.
I'll tell you something else that you realise when you're not at work. You realise just how much you don't give a fuck. just how much of the rat race, how much of it is bollocks, how much of it is people fucking making out that the world wouldn't turn without you, that people couldn't cope without you, and all of a sudden you when you step away and you're gone, because that pressure on you when you're working is massive, because it gets you up and it gets you going. And it gets you busting your ass. It gets you going in there when you're sick. It gets you going in there when your wife is ill. It gets you going in there when your kids fucking fall down. It gets you going in there when your parents are sick or somebody fucking dies. It makes you go in there, and that's the biggest con of the world. That's the trap, because you believe that when you step away and you leave and you think, oh fuck, it's all going to collapse. You realise the world still turns, money still comes in, clock's still ticking. Nobody gives a fuck about you. That's what you realise. And when that happens, your whole ideology changes, and you realize at that very moment that all the things that you sacrificed, that you gave up to be in there, were fucking a mistake. That's what you realize.
Yeah, no, totally agree. Sorry, Punisher XS in the house. Michael, if you're thinking about getting a Dell XPS, don't. They are. I mean, they are really, really powerful and really, really good laptops for. You can edit. That's why I got it. It's for editing on the move. But they have a flaw in all of them where the keyboards are fucked. So sometimes the keyboards, like the keys, don't work properly, and it's really common. Mike Wells in the house. Overtime's helping me get some pieces. Gabriel Ross. I just saw a name. Sugar Shane Customs.
Now that's a great name.
That's
Sugar
like a boxer name.
Yeah, Sugar Shane Mosley, Sugar Shane.
Level.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Shane Mosley. Is it Sugar Shane Mosley?
Sugar Shane Mosley, Sugar Shane Leonard, Sugar Shane. No, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Sugar Ray Leonard. So a fair few sugars.
Level 60 Squirtle. We got the picture of the actual Figurama, so we're going to show that, the Hunter x Hunter. PJ, come with me if you want to collect. That's my favorite name.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cameron Liaz, howdy fellas. Retiring. I'm retiring in 15 years. Yeah. Jesus, this thing keeps on jumping all over the place when I'm trying to read through comments. Cat Dad, I have the 13-inch and should have got the 15. As I say, the for some reason, when you're typing, because I had it on my lap, I kept on like keys weren't working, so it looks like I'm even worse.
On your lap,
dyslexic. Yeah. So then when I used on the table, I think, okay, that'll pick it up, I'll correct it, and the keys are still, they just don't work at times. And I looked into it, and apparently it's a very common thing that the like the S key won't work for a little while. It's really weird. Anyway, so basically this came in. We're going to be doing the review hopefully on Monday. When it comes in, I did put it together, and it was a fucking nightmare because there are 10 pieces which are not listed on the instructions, and even with instructions, I'm a bit special. So trying to do this with flawed instructions was even worse. I had to speed up quite a lot of that video, but it is a really, really nice piece. I'll try and see if I could. I shouldn't bump. Oh yeah, one of the flaps fell off. So yeah,
it's not on very tight.
No, the flaps are well loose. There you go. The back of it's wicked. Look at that. Don't even see it very well.
It's a bit far away, but you know, I'm looking forward to seeing it when I get down.
Yeah, I mean, this is quite far back. I mean, this piece is, I think it's like 27 inches to the top of the gun or so.
Yeah, it's big, man.
Yeah.
Beastly.
So you got that.
That Spider-Man, they're standing in front of it. That Spider-Man is like over 25 inches tall. Maybe it's 25. I think the exclusive of the web hand is 25, 25.
No, this is like 20. I think it's just over 24.
So then the exclusive is the 25.
Yeah. So there's that.
The web goes up a little bit, doesn't it?
I nearly sold it straight away. Some guy was over yesterday, Michael, and we were sorting out all his comics. He bought like someone's collection of comics, so he brought them over. I said to him, I'll bring over a couple of boxes of Marvel ones and we'll sort them out. And he saw it and he was like, I'll buy it off you. I'll buy it off you now. And I was like, no, I'm going to keep it. I
had somebody message me like that.
Yeah.
They got Bullrog, PCS Bullrog, you know, with the rope. Bought it for well cheap. And I was like, fuck, I'll give you like this for it now. It's like, fuck.
I don't know. Who's Comic Galaxy anyway?
I don't know, but I'm always wary of anything that says Galaxy in it.
Oh, well, because of like that Horror Galaxy and whatever else.
Yeah, Galaxy, Horror Galaxy, fucking
Trey
Galaxy. Huh?
Trey. It's crazy. We throw half our lives away doing some shit we don't want to just to get some money. Yeah, well, you have to have money to survive, I'm afraid.
That's the greatest con. So actually, the greatest con is having you believe that you know, that you matter in a workplace, because that's the con. When you manage people and you've like, and I've managed people, you know, that's what they teach you. They teach you, you know, to make people believe that it's, you know, that's what it's about. Because you get people that are notorious people pleasers. They just want to do a good job. They take great pride in their work. They take great pride in what they do, what they deliver, no matter what it is. And they're the people you exploit. That's why there are always people who come in early, leave late, come in when they're sick, come in when their fucking parents are ill. And you got other cunts who just like come in and like, you know, I've hurt my wrist, I'm going home. I've got a headache, I'm going home. And nobody says anything. Everyone's terrified of them people. Nobody wants to get on the wrong side of them people, because they're the ones that kick up a stink and fucking, you know, discrimination, and you're bullying me and giving it all that bollocks. But the ones that come in and bust their ass, they're the ones that you know, that's what keeps companies going, and they just keep them flowing all the time.
That's the problem. Is they always, especially when they changed a lot of stuff around in my old job, and a lot of people were then like, "Well, if you're taking that away, when it gets to 5 o'clock, I'm going home. You know, when I'm coming in at 9 o'clock, and when it gets to 5 o'clock, I'm home. When it gets to 12 o'clock, I'm going lunch. You know, when my lunch is up, I'll come back."
I tell you,
sort of that is you know, the amount of like free work people were basically doing, the free time that people were doing that they shouldn't be
losing,
was carrying a lot of it, you know.
Dude, it's the truth. Listen, the most valuable thing in this world that anybody can give you is their time. Never forget that. Never ever in your whole life forget that. Every fucking minute somebody is happy to give you, to talk to you, to spend some time with you, to give you advice. Even like, forget statues, forget groups, forget channels. I'm talking about just in life. It's a gift, because it's the one thing in this world you never get back. You can always earn more money. You can always get more shit. You can always have a nicer car. There's ways around pretty much everything. But the one thing in this world, the currency that you never get back, is time. So when somebody fucking gives you the time of day, you should have some damn respect and enjoy it and respect them back and be nice back, because, you know, otherwise they just give their time to somebody else. So you should always be thankful for it. I mean, I'm always grateful. Anybody ever reached out to me or sends me a nice message, man, you'll never get me blanking. You never happen.
No,
I'll always reach out. I'll always talk to everybody. I think it's the way to be. But, you know, unfortunately, in the working life, that's how you exploit people, and that's how you get them to do those things. You get them to fucking, you know, when their parents die, like take a day for the funeral and come back to work. What the fuck? You having a laugh?
Yeah. All right. Should we get back on track?
Yeah.
I mean, we could take that into.
We go into my life coaching.
No, well, we could go into that and say, well, basically, this we see a lot of times on the groups where recently we've been kind of removing a few more people from the group than we have in the past. In the past, we've been a lot more tolerant to a lot of comments, and we've been a bit like, well, you know, it'll be all right, it's fine, you know, whatever. But recently, we've been a bit more when there's people who are making kind of elitist comments or putting people down when someone's just got a new piece just for the sake of it. If they're like repeat offenders of doing things like that, you know, we've got to a stage now where we're like, you know, we are a pretty big group. If this person is going to be a notorious dickhead every single fucking time someone posts, we're going to bring them up on it. And if they don't, you know, cover it, then they're gone. You know, we've had to actually take a few people out. So, you know, they obviously, the funniest thing about it is, you know, they go away to other groups and their posters to say, I can't believe RaddTitan have removed me for voicing my opinion. And it's like, you know, I can't voice, no one can voice their opinion on RaddTitan. And then you get the group of the people who were removed, because there's quite a lot of them in that group in particular. But and then what will happen is, you know, we'll send them like 10 screenshots to show, well, actually, it wasn't really an opinion. It's just you being a fucking knobhead. So, you know.
Do you know what it is? It's the only thing to remind people is why we do it. You know, Chad did a video the other day. Chad, one of our mod, Chad Man, you may know him, handsome looking dude, looks like Matt Damon, juiced up, is a bit bigger, a bit sexier. You know, he's been a friend of ours for a really long time, and he's like, you know, he's in our mod group, and the mod's like a ridiculous family unit. You know, like if RaddTitan the group is like a family, then believe me, that's like the parents that are in there. And you know, Mod Chad brought up some points, and you know, we're in there to just enjoy it. It's to be enjoyed, and sharing is what it's about. It's about showing things. And you know, if you come across a post or a statue, or you know, and you're not feeling it, just fucking scroll down and find something you're interested in. There's no reason to sort of shit on anybody's parade. The only time to start talking is when somebody actually says, look, I'm thinking about buying a Colossus premium format from Sideshow. What do you think? What's the pros? What's the cons? That's when you talk. That's when you turn around and you say, well, you know, the sculpt's amazing, the paint's great, you know, the base is a bit boring, whatever. You can get into all of those details, but when someone's like, I've just got this in and I'm really happy, that's not the time to bring those things up.
Yeah.
Only because it's not proactive, it's not productive, it's just going to hurt. It's going to hurt that person. And why would you want to make anyone feel like shit? It's just not really what we're about. And what we were starting to talk about, certainly in the mod group, was just the fact that some people won't, you know, when this happens to them, they'll never come back. They'll never share. They'll stay in the group. They'll never post again. Because you know, that's what we've realised from certain other groups. Some other groups that think that because, you know, that there's some fucking special shit. You know, there's people in there that won't post because they're just so savage in there. They're so horrible that they won't share anything. I mean, what fucking type of group is that? Who wants to be part of that? A group that doesn't. You get a new piece in, but you're too scared to show anybody because they're going to rip into it. Nah, fuck that. It's not what it's about. Right. If it becomes that, man, I'll shut the fucking group down.
Yeah, RaddTitan in the house, Archangel 0407 in the house.
What are you giggling at, you bitch? I hate it when I'm talking.
There was one. I got to find it again. I'll find it. Roland, is it Kirkhoff in the house? Oh, that was the one. Statue Matinee says, you can't remove me. You know who I am. You know who I am. That's pretty much what we have got, and we removed them.
Ronnie Pickering.
Cormac Cooper, 73 O'Leary. Is that a custom case above the Venoms in? Been thinking about getting an acrylic case. It's glass, that one.
Yeah, my stuff is...
Comrade Rant in the house.
My stuff is glass. It's heavy. Like, the stuff is heavy. It's safety glass, but I just find like it does better in terms of like static. It does better in terms of smearing, cleaning, scratching. I just prefer glass. Everybody has their preference. I am going to get a modular case. I'm seeing Alex on Monday. Maybe we'll talk about it. I might try and get him to design something for the Hulk transformation. If it works, I may get one and see what happens.
Well, that's the
my first. It would be my dip into that to see if that's worth doing. Because at the minute, I really never had any problem with glass. I mean, even my beast is in a nice big glass case.
James, we ain't seen you in fucking ages. You know that. Do you know how long we've been saying we're going to see Wallace?
For Wallace.
Jeez, man. We keep saying like, yeah, we'll see you next month. We'll see you next month. Jesus. Do you know when we went to James's house was like fucking March 2017 or something stupid like that? Fucking ridiculous when we were last at James's house.
Well, that's because James lives in a fucking place it's horrible to get to for a
start.
He's
moving even further away now, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah.
He's on a straight road, though, because going through the centre of London is fucking horrible.
I think he's moving to Kent, isn't he?
I don't talk to him about geography, man. You do maths, I do English. We need someone for geography, because that ain't me.
Yeah.
I once was in fucking... I think I was in Sussex. Right on the coast, right? I was on the coast. This is a true story. I was with Jenny. I don't even want to say. I want to say West Sussex. That's what I want to say. Basically, it's on the fucking coast, right? Jenny's auntie lives down there, so we went down there to see him. It's fucking ages away, right? We're walking around the town. We're going to this old sweet shop, you know, like ye old sweet shop, and they do all the old school sweets, the boiled sweets, and all that. All looks like Willy Wonka's fucking Palace of Dreams. I started talking, and the woman's like, "Oh, you ain't from round there, are you?" And I turned around and went, "Now I'm from down south."
Yeah, you're getting it more south than that, are you?
Yeah, Jenny turned to me in front of this woman and went, "George, if we were any more south, we'd be in a fucking sea." I was like, "Fucking hell." Yeah, it's shit like that stops you from talking.
And those who haven't met Gio's wife. she's just as blunt and horrible as him. So yeah.
That's it. Well, you know what I mean? You've got to be able to part with me. You want to walk in and tell me, how do I look in this? You'd be prepared for me to say you look like a cunt, because I might end up saying it.
How many new statues are needed before you do another room tour? Well,
that's debatable. If you change your stuff around, it's debatable. I mean, me personally, me and Alex, we always try and maybe every 6 months. We try and do 6 months.
Gary,
a lot can change in that time.
Gary's trying to volunteer to be our geography, and Gary, you can fuck right off. I wouldn't trust you at all. Jesus,
Gary, I wouldn't trust you to make me a fucking sandwich, let alone tell me how to get anywhere.
Yeah, oh, Jesus. What was I going to say? Yeah, well, I mean, I'm looking to go back to the modular cases. I am looking to do my whole room in modular cases. So we were talking around the other day, and George was trying to think about what to do for his whole transformation. So I did a quick like little mock-up of what I thought he should do, and it actually was quite a good idea. And I was a bit like, shit, I might do that myself. So we're going to go through that and see whether George can get that as well. But yeah, I'm hoping we'll sort that out. But where were we? So, this week I actually ordered 2 pieces through Sideshow.
What pieces?
I ordered 2 red apples.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, well,
I didn't know there were 2. I didn't know you'd ordered 2 apples. Can I have one?
No.
I'm wondering why you ordered 2.
Because I had like $100 in points, and I had to pay the same amount of shipping.
Yeah, but surely, like, we'll keep one at my house for scale and one at your house for scale.
Wow. We'll look into it. I mean, I'll see how much the tax comes into, and maybe there's a CGC trade we can work out, you know. Don't know.
Yeah, I know it's going to cost me something for something.
Well, you know,
should be more.
The Web of Carnage Born, was that a Virgin one?
No, they didn't. They didn't sell.
Right.
They didn't sell the Virgin separately. You had to buy the entire set.
I'm not interested in.
You're only interested because that come back at 9.8 anyway.
Well, yeah. Yeah, shipping was $75 and the piece cost $50. So it's like, what the fuck? How many statues have you both got now? I mean, I literally, must have sold 25 to 30 in the last year. So I think I have now I must have like about 55, I think, around that sort of number. That's my prediction. You're counting them, aren't you?
I have around 35.
Yeah.
But, 35 is my limit. Like, I have one at the moment that's not displayed, that's up in the loft, that's for sale, that's boxed up. That's it.
Yeah.
I really try to keep it that way. I mean, I went probably, if you go like about 4 or 5 months back, I probably had 6 pieces in the loft. Yeah. That's just not fucking good enough. That really pisses me off, like, to the point where I keep me awake.
I've probably got about another less than 10. I've got probably maybe 8 still laid around that I need to get rid of. So yeah. So Mike Wells has said, I'll give you that Magneto comic back for that Sideshow Apple. Cunt.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
You know that you were tempted to buy that.
I won't regret that now.
That's my fault anyway, because we had a blowout, didn't we?
Yeah, you're being a dickhead on text.
Yeah, it sounds like me. It sounds right.
You're doing your Edwin Diaz bullshit and doing all your fucking block capitals and
exclamation
marks.
Alex had told me to stop doing it.
No, I think what happened was you sent me a message in block capitals with exclamation marks because you don't know how to use the fucking the phone properly. So what I did was I thought you were like shouting and having a go at me. So I started arguing back with you, and then we had like it just kind of really spiraled quite quickly. And then when we like, we said to Mike, sorry Mike, when it's not happening. And then the next day we phoned each other and we were like, what the fuck was that all about? And it was literally resolved in like 15 seconds. And we were like, why didn't you just phone me yesterday then? Fuck's sake.
It's hard though. This is the thing. I mean, that's an interesting point to make, because that's something that people need to remember as well with messaging, and how posts can read. Because me and you have known each other for over 30 years, and we can still fall out over interpreting how things are meant. So it just shows you that two people that have never met, that are falling out. I mean, I've seen people argue on messenger arguments on like a post and things before, and you probably realise that they're probably saying the same fucking thing but saying it differently, and they haven't worked out yet that they're agreeing or disagreeing.
It's like sometimes it's a good thing that we have a group of mods that we screenshot things and we'll send it to them for a second opinion, because George screenshot stuff all the time, and everyone's normally like, what are you talking about? He doesn't mean that at all. George gets all angry about everything.
I actually do. I see everything. I see things being a lot more aggressive than.
Well, yeah, we end up sort of saying.
I always say like that's like this, and they're like, maybe.
Yeah, we end up going to George. Go have a fucking wank in a Kit Kat, man. Fuck off. What was I saying? I think Statue Matinee saying, what happened to Collectiverse? I don't know. I mean, Richard Melbourne went quiet. I think he had a lot of personal issues, so he went away for quite a while. Then all the guys, they all fell out. They all started doing their own thing. I don't really want to go into a lot of it because it's
I don't believe that they fell out with each other. I believe they fell out with him.
Yeah. I mean,
it would be slightly. I mean, not going into details is fine, but not going to turn around and say that fucking them guys, because they're all friends.
All right. They all fell out with him, and they all accused him of stealing a load of money. And
no, it's not about that. It's not about them type of.
And then also,
they're all friends with each. They're all friends with each other.
They all sent us screenshots to show that he was bitching about us behind our back. Okay, we've said it. Okay.
Listen, it's more. It is really hard, right? It's really hard anyway to do these type of things if you don't have a really solid foundation. If you are together for 5 minutes, it's very hard because some people want sort of like to be in a group, but they want to take all the glory themselves. They want all the fucking rewards, and they're not doing all of the work. And that's the difference. It's very much you got to understand. I've got everybody needs to understand that sort of level. It's the same with me, for example, right? I've just had a baby. I can't travel with Alex to all of these cons.
Sorry, your wife had the baby.
No, my son has just been born, and I am not able at this moment to go to all the cons. So Alex has to do that slack. He has to cover that on his own, which means he's going there and he's busting his ass on his own, and that's much harder. But that's something to understand. If he gets any perks, if he was to go out there and get like T-shirts or a comic or fucking, somebody was to take him out for dinner, you don't then get bitter about that type of shit because you ain't there or you ain't doing the work. But it's the spores of war. That's how it goes.
Well, I was pretty fucking well know this shit. How many times someone said to me like, "Hey man, what size are you?" And I'll be like, hey, "Give me a large, give me a large." And then they'll go get one. And they go, "Hey, yeah." I go, "Can I grab an extra large for you?" And then they're like, "Fucking cheeky cunt." Get out the fucking other one.
The point I'm making is that when you're a unit, when you've got like a big group of people and you're trying to do something like that, it's very hard to do that if you're not sort of all pulling in the same direction. If you want all your lot doing all the work and you basically creaming off the top, that's not going to ever work, ever. I mean, it's like Alex going and doing all these cons and me sitting back and going, yeah, by the way, all them T-shirts, anything that you get, any posters, any pictures, anything from the cons you're giving, I want them all. I'm gonna put them all up on eBay and sell them all. It's always going to end up being a fucking argument in the end.
I have I was at Starbucks with Colson today. I'm just dropping in a brand there. I don't know why, but I was in a coffee shop, a reputable coffee shop with Colson today, and an unnamed coffee shop with like Medusa or whatever it is on the fucking cup. And I was speaking very highly of you, I have about all that sort of stuff.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, you have to tell me.
About you not being as much of a douchebag as you probably could have been. Apparently, Divine is saying the video is frozen. Anyone else got a problem?
We've been hacked.
Fuck's sake, is that voodoo guy back?
Yeah, you made me laugh the other day.
I had like a real bad twitch in my left eye, whereas my right one. But yeah. Archangel was asking if you're breastfeeding as well.
Can't you tell?
Chris Verdi, I did post it. Chris Verdi, I did post it, but it's Alex at RaddTitan.com. If you want to send something. Getting his Prime 1 Doomsday, Chris Verdi. Damn, that piece is fucking massive. Where was the other one? There was a comment I wanted to go back to. Who Sculpted the Croaking? That was by the Bafuzal Mokhtar. Yeah, that's what made me laugh. Is when we were talking about you doing your fucking block capitals and your exclamation marks. Edwin Diaz comes in. LOL! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark!
Yeah, I mean, he could easily be me from 3 years ago. Honestly,
that one made me laugh. Yeah. Someone asked him, what's going on? Why are you doing capitals? He goes, I just like talking that way.
I used to say the same to you, didn't I? I used to say the same thing. You used to say, George, you need to stop doing that. And I used to be like, I just like writing that way. I don't know why. So I can understand what you're saying. Yeah,
Rogue One is Rick Shaw, the guy who had the big beard, but he did cut his beard off at one point. I lost a lot of respect for him for that. That's Samson, yeah. He did dress like a girl on one of the shows. Apparently, I'm freezing on the screen, someone's saying. Jen Mint in the house.
Welcome,
yo. Stephen Small. The Gempire. All right. What's your is your CGC budget now going into is your CGC budget going into your statue budget? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
CGCs are really fucking kicking my ass. Really kicking my ass at the moment.
He's well fucked, he is.
I've gone
You've gone full retard, didn't you?
I've gone fucking well full retard. I mean, I've gone like...
You never gone full retard. Rayman?
I got bad. I've literally gone... what was the last one I bought? I don't know. I just got a Hulk 180, actually. But it's not 180.
Thanks for the share, man. I appreciate the share, brother. Thank you.
Chris Verdi, thanks, man. He just donated $1.99. Cheers, buddy.
Do you know that's the second week in a row that we've...
No, that's the third one, because when I was solo, there was 2 donations last week, so I should go solo more often.
Wow. Do you know what it was? It's just to get you to shut the fuck up.
You fucking ass hair. Stupid ass hair. So, right, where were we? The 199 is going in the CGC fund. What was I saying? I did buy something recently.
Dude, you've been getting into this. You've been getting deep in key issues. See, I'm so lucky because on a personal level, and this is what I'm talking about, it's just about taste, right? I only like modern comics. I like if it's before 90, I don't give a fuck. I'm not interested in any of the covers. If it's before probably 94, actually, maybe 92, I don't give a fuck. I don't care who's in it. I don't care. I don't like the art. I don't like the colors. I don't like nothing. So for me, I only like modern comics and I only like variants. So all of my stuff is relatively new. It's not really worth much overly. So I'm sort of playing Mickey Mouse. I mean, I'd say to Alex on the phone, I fucking spent too much money on this comic. And he's like, really? How much? And I'm like, 25 fucking quid it cost me. And he's laughing in TikTok because he's looking at stuff for 5, 6, 7 grand. I mean, that's
I did.
Fucking world.
I mean, we got fucking Jem watching you, and he's fucking laughing at my prices. So it works. It works.
He's the kingpin.
Fucking hell! Chris just done another $1.99. Cheers, man. Awesome. Goes. This one's for Gio now because he said first one for Starbucks.
Is that for me to sharp?
Yes, for you to sharp. But what was I saying? So but the thing is, yesterday all the comics that guy brought over, there was like over probably like 2,000 comics.
Yeah.
And they were all 90s. All 90s. You would have been in fucking heaven.
Oh yeah.
But you're a cheap date, I tell you that, because
I am. I really am.
I just bought the Amazing Spider-Man number 15, not the old one, but the new one, which is the Mary Jane Iron Spider, which is a fucking beautiful cover, which is Alex Ross variant. Oh, you can't really see it, can you? There? No, that's not happening.
That honestly looks like
yeah, fuck it.
It looks like you spilt fucking Ribena when you squeeze.
No, but it's actually right. Really, I love the cover. It wasn't very expensive. It was like
send me it on the screenshot.
Shipped was about 50 quid. Then also I bought the Civil War 3 Michael Turner sketch variant. I love the coloured one, but that's
Are they slabbed? Are they slabbed?
Yeah, they're both 9.8.
Oh, nice.
This is
I nearly bought the full set of them Civil War CGC. The full, but it was too pricey.
This is like one in 75 apparently. That was about, what was that one? That was about £90, I think that was.
The problem with CGC.
And then I got the first appearance of Black Cat, which I'm still waiting for to come in. The
problem with CGC is they don't require a lot of room, and that's a problem because statues, you've got like a long wait, like a pre-order wait if you get in there early, and then you've got like a space issue. You can't just keep. I mean, with CGC, mate, stack them fucking things on top of each other. That's a problem.
Don't do it too much because I did that and cracked 3 of them. But
yeah, I mean, I don't operate like you, but yeah.
What was that? Jim laughs at all of us with the prices.
Yeah, man, he's playing a different game now, man. I don't play them big boy games.
Juha Aloha is saying he's got the first Spider-Man. I'm going to mute you now. I'm going to mute you from this.
Do you know what the stupid thing? Do you know what the stupid thing is about that? Is that if I was like walking around and that come up, I wouldn't know what I was looking at really. In terms of, I just don't care. It's not, like some of these vintage old covers. I know that Superman's. I think the first Superman is lifting a car or something as a kid under it or some shit. I think.
Well, it's Action Comics, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's the cover. I can't remember what the fucking first Spider-Man is. I know what the first Hulk is, and I actually quite like that cover. That's probably the one that if I saw, I would. But then they've remastered that a few times. I swear to God, that one that Omar is showing is the remastered Hulk.
No, it's German. It's a German version.
Doesn't look the same.
No, it's not. It's German. Chris, I didn't get your email, buddy. Did you send it to the right place?
Yeah, fucking.
Chris Verdi, Alex at.
Are we going to go through any news here? Or are we just going to try and put the world to rights while drinking?
No, I mean, so the other thing. Hold on, because someone asked about a site. Wait, no.
Where the fuck is he going now? Jesus Christ! Fucking mustard Akuma wearing shirt. Cock.
He's still cockhead.
What have you got? Oh, you're not showing me this stupid fucking gorilla thing, are you?
Basically, I fucking retardedly, I bought this thing, and I bought this like gimbal thing, and I can't get it to work yet. I need to actually. I lost my patience when I nearly threw it across the room earlier on because it's like where you put your fingers naturally, it well fucking pinches them. So I've got this like gimbal thing, so you can kind of film and you can kind of like try to have it stabilized, but I can't get it to balance. So you've got to keep turning. Like you turn when it goes forward, you turn this that way. You turn this that way. You turn this.
Alex, I can't express so much how I don't give a fuck. Why are you showing? I do not care.
Because someone asked.
I don't want to see this gorilla nonsense. I saw your post and I was ashamed of you. The first
someone asked, and the thing is, if I could get it to work, it would be like fucking really good to use at the conventions.
Surely there is somebody who owns that can tell you how to use it.
Well, Chad was the most unhelpful person ever, and all he said was, "Yeah,
get your sand out your vagina."
No, he just said,
out,
"Yeah, I've used it before. I've used it before. Good luck."
Fucking love Chad, man.
Okay, the comic guy's back, man. You've upset him. You've upset the comic galaxy. Geo, You throw shade on the collector's chat, then say no need for negativity. I've been watching this show for years and I'm a little disappointed in you. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, well, you keep going on about it, buddy. So you keep saying.
I mean, listen, you all got to have your taste, man. There's guys on all of them chats that I like, but personally, if I'm gonna watch one, because you got to remember, I do one, right? And then if I'm gonna watch one, I would watch the Darth Castle one. I can't be more. I mean, people like Carlos. You know, I'd watch Carlos all day. If Carlos was on like a chat doing his thing, I'd be watching it. But you know, you can't sort of like everything. So you got to watch what you love, man. If you love it, watch it, support it. You got my respect. That's what it's about. For me personally, I go where what I enjoy, and I personally like the Darth Castle stuff. I enjoy their chats. I'm creasing up from them guys all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone on that panel I like, you know, and that I can't say that about other chats. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is,
you can't listen to fucking Sad Titan and fucking Diggs also on other people's shit. So, you know, why would I watch someone who's fucking trying to tear me a new arsehole every single time because he's been thrown out of our group?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, I mean, like,
you want me to be friendly with people who fucking hate me and slate me in other groups? Why would I?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's about, you know, that's some of the other things as well, is there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that, you know, people
but if you're gonna prod, man, if you're gonna prod and you want to know, man, fucking PM me. I'll show you some shit if you want.
Well, the thing is, you know, if you want to go into it, if you keep bringing it up, Mr. What was it, Comic Galaxy? I can't remember now. The thing about it is that the guy who took over the chat, you know, someone who, you know, was running the chat before was going to remove him before he went away.
Oh, you mean before he took his chat and ran off with it? You mean and took his show and ran off with it?
But but
maybe that's why I'm not really pushing and saying. I mean, I'm going to say this: there are guys on there that I really like.
There are a lot of really cool guys, but the problem is
there's a lot of guys on there I've got no problems with, but I don't like the way that was handled. And I've got loads of PMs and things and private messages between me and the person, me and Lou, regarding that. So at the end of the day, you know, I disagree with what happened. As far as I'm concerned, you know, that if you want to do that shit, you start your own thing, you go your own way. You know, tragically they passed, and I believe you should start something afresh and start from scratch.
Well, I think, I mean, there's a few of the individuals who could have carried it on. I think Carlos could have carried that on.
Yeah, I mean,
so, you know, but anyway, I don't want to go into it all, but yeah.
Yeah, because it's not. This is the point. It's not like when I'm saying, you know, about something else. It's you should like respect that and leave it where it is. Because believe me when I tell you, there's much more going on than I would I think is respectful to share. You know, if you want me to share it, I'll quite happily go into it. But you know, speak to me in PM about it, and maybe I'll show you some stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of that shit. But anywho, when there's like 102 people watching. And you put comments on there, you know, people are going to be kind of following what you're saying as well. So we have to address it. David Oostman has donated 50, is that Norwegian crowns? Awesome. I think it's about a $5. So yeah, cool, man.
That's fucking awesome. He's coming closer every minute.
Well, someone was saying we need to start a GoFundMe to get you a fucking Apple. David Usman says, fairly new viewer here. Thank you for sharing your contagious enthusiasm. Not a big collector myself, but a hobbyist sculptor, and I love your content. Awesome. If you've got any stuff you want to show us, David, send me a PM with your pictures and
join the group as well, man. I love all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, hopefully you're in RaddTitan. Definitely check out the RaddTitan group if you're not in there on Facebook, and we'll add you.
Yeah, because we like all that sort of stuff. You know, it's great to show your stuff, and there's so many like high level professionals in there that you get a lot of tips, and that's what it's about, really. You know, the whole thing is meant to be about sharing.
Yeah, Ed Dude, I actually had a DJI Osmos, and the DJI Osmos was a bit loud and the motor made too much noise, but also the battery died too quick, so I didn't really get along with it. It was a bit useless for me, to be honest. I'd consider DJ a pocket. The one I had wasn't, maybe it wasn't a pocket one, but it wasn't $350. I paid about $200, maybe about $220 for it, $230 for it. But I couldn't get along with it. The battery just died so quick, and as I say, it made a lot of noise. But the video for that 10 minutes that it did film was great. Anyway, a lot of Sean Leary in the house. You didn't miss anything earth-shattering. I don't like the way on these you can't click like on comments.
Yeah,
don't like that. But anyway, so there's that. Did you want to go through the pictures?
Yeah, we may as well. I mean, it's been like fucking nearly a 2-hour chat already.
Yeah, probably. All right, so if I just pull up some pictures.
How many you got?
202.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so some of these I can skip through because we've already covered them anyway.
The whole point of business is the sharing part.
Well, yeah, but it's nice to chat and address the
comments. I love conversing. It's just also sometimes it's really hard though as well, because I'd rather not get fucking into drama with
I think Rob Newbury in the house. How's your boy doing?
He's all right, man. He's good. He's a blessing every day. But he lost his shit. He lost his shit Thursday night about 8 o'clock, about an hour before it was coming on. I think he's got like a cold and he wasn't feeling great. So he couldn't be put down.
Just going to get some ice.
He couldn't be put down. He couldn't be fucking settled. You know what I mean? He was just screaming and kicking off. So, you know, I'm sort of one of them ones, you know, me and my wife, so I'd sort of like take him for like 20 minutes, try and settle him down. Then she does the same, and we try and ease each other because it's stressful, man. Fuck. You hear your kid screaming, you're just like, oh, fuck, there's nothing like it. It's like you start sweating. You literally start overheating in yourself. You ain't even moved. You're like, me, what is this shit? This isn't fun. But yeah, so you know, he's good. He's up with his mother now. He's settled and he's happy. You know, it's been a couple of days. So I said to Alex, let's try and get the news done, share the pictures of what's going on in the community and, you know, some projects and what's happening, because that's really what the whole point of the fucking chats is. It's a chance for me and Alex to engage with some of you, you know, who wants to come and talk to us, and also to share you stuff that's going on that you may have missed.
Well, that is the kind of part that I do like, because we have done it a few times where something's gone wrong or whatever, and we had to do it on Facebook, or we've had to actually do it and post it afterwards. And on Facebook, the engagement is really poor. You get the people commenting, but Facebook decides to show you it how they think it's important.
Yeah.
So you don't see it in real time. So the thing is just like, you'll get a comment, and also there's a delay of like 3 minutes. But I do think that on YouTube, there's only a delay of like 20, 30 seconds. So you kind of, if, for example, we're talking about something and I can say, oh, does anyone know about Crow King and what the next character the HMO are bringing out? Someone can comment and it'll be still relevant. On Facebook, it'll be like an hour later and it'll pop up and say sorrow, you know, or, you know, so yeah. Yeah, Louis, I do have a portable battery, but the problem is with the portable battery, you can't do it, like you can't use it from the portable battery. It kind of shuts down as you're trying to charge it. And that was my problem with the one I had was if you could use the battery and it run from the battery pack, then that would be perfect because you'd have a lot more life. But if you're running it and then you want to charge it and you have to wait 10 minutes anyway for it to charge to it. It was fucking useless. I was plugging into the wall. Sorry, talking about DJI Osmos again. Sorry, Saturday night is the time to do it, Gio. Dave Richardson just donated £10.
What the fuck, man?
Big love, Alex and Gio. We didn't get any of this, none of this for 5 years. You know, none of it for 5 years, and then the last that's 3 chats. You know,
that's some beautiful shit, man. I like, honestly, like, genuinely, thank you very much. I mean,
yeah, awesome. CGC's all the way, you know.
It's crazy. Drinks are on you, Al.
Yeah, Milky Bars are on me. I've got to get out the cheap whiskey now because Carson's getting really upset because I'm drinking all of this one.
Oh, does she like that one?
Well, it's pretty much gone. She hadn't tried it. So I'm gonna have to go for the double black now, which is the cheaper one. So actually, that's fine. All right, let me just fill this up and then I'll get the pictures on.
Get the work.
RaddTitan. I don't think the Osmos Pocket had a motor, so you don't have to worry about that. The one I had, I don't know which one I had. The Osmos 3 or 4, and it was well loud, and it like hummed when you tried to move it, and you could really hear it in the video. It interfered with the microphone. So, what's this? Baymax calling me a lightweight, and also a fat plonker. So I don't know if that's me or you.
Probably me.
Yeah, thanks, Baymax. Must have come over from Galaxy, whatever his name was. Alex, ask my question at Wonderfest and I'll donate £5. That's Nicholas.
What's the question?
Oh, Nicholas, you got like 4 or 5 questions, so that's £5 a question. Sonny, I paid $6.50 for Weapon X. Is that a good deal?
In pounds or dollars?
$6.50 is a good deal, isn't it? Dollars. I paid much more than that.
Great price that is. I've been looking at that piece myself, actually. I really like that piece.
Maria Tinton, I love your Facebook page. I'm always sharing statues I get. I'm getting my husband. Awesome. Thank you, Maria.
Nice.
Thank you for being part of that. Oh, wow. Got another one. Rogue. So we've got Rick Shaw chucking us $2 there as well. Much love to you both. Thank you. Actually, I was going to call you my bearded brother, but you just said you shaved it off again.
I mean, that it's like feels like a fucking nice. I don't pay no attention to McDonald's.
But
you drink and do chats. It's not good.
Archangel saying, "What happened to the hook on your Spider-Man PF?" That's why I got it so cheap. One of the reasons I got it.
It's like that part on it, you know.
No, I'll send you some pictures of the repainted one I saw, and they put these like yellow and black hazard lines on, and it looks fucking awesome. I'm going to get my ones done like that, but yeah, I need to find another hook. If anyone's got a spare hook, because I know a lot of people broke theirs, let me know, and you know we could talk. Yeah,
yeah, because you've got about $20.
Yeah, I got about $20 from this chat, which could go towards that hook.
This is the problem. This is why you never have any money. Spend it before you get it.
Ed, chill man, saying that's a recast price. Talking about the Weapon X. Hopefully it's not. Yeah, yeah. Rogue is saying he did shave. I'm losing respect for you, Rick. Come talk to me when you've grown it back. Rob Newbury, I did add your mate Tyler in the other day. What's the one piece of advice you would give to a new collector? Gio?
I think what I would say is don't buy anything until you know what you really want to collect. I would say look a lot, speak to a lot of people, use the community for what it's good for, the information and the knowledge that it has. Don't get into hype buying. Don't buy things that other people like because you respect them. That's a mistake. I would say the best thing to do is to say, okay, what do I really love? I really love gaming statues. I really love Street Fighter. I really love Mortal Kombat. I really love Marvel. I really love DC. And then, like if you're going to say something, let's say you're going to say, I love DC. Then you're going to say, okay, well, what sort of DC stuff are you into? Then you narrow it down and you try and start there. Because what you don't want to be doing really is buy, like me and Alex, what we did when we started.
Well, me, I was really bad.
Yeah. But I mean, you got to remember, I had like aliens and I had things coming in. I did like deals on fucking Vaders and other stupidness.
Hammer went down for that as well. You fucked him over.
I know I did.
The hammer
emoji was sent, and I said no, I don't want it. Like a day later,
I actually talked you out of it. Well.
That was you did actually talk me out of it. I would say really try and learn about what you sort of want to collect, and I would say then start looking at what's sort of already been made, and try and go from stuff you're really passionate about and that you love. Because the problem is, at the moment, I believe only the top 5% of statues actually have any sort of resale value. Back when me and Alex started collecting back in the day, we actually missed the boat probably by about a year. The year before we sort of jumped into it, pieces were going for 5 to 10 times their retail value regularly. That is not happening anymore. Only the sort of the top 5% of stuff is actually going for profit. So now buying things and not loving them and having to sell them is now a mistake. It's now where you lose money, and it's stressful and it's risky and it's just not enjoyable. So
before it was like, funny enough, even though some of the edition sizes were actually the same, because if you look at the original Deadpool and you look at the new Heat Seeker, I think the actual edition sizes are the same on them, on the exclusives. But what you have to remember is, I think when the original came out, the original was like $300.
Yeah.
And the new one was then $6 or $5.20, $5.59 or whatever it was. So, what it used to be is, I mean, when we started, you could still find a good deal if you were patient and you waited and you looked on eBay. You could find some really good deals. I mean, I bought a statue. I bought my longest serving statue I have in my collection is my Hellboy Premium Format 1. I paid £130 for it, and that's like, but now if you want to buy it, maybe it's like £300, but it's still not a lot. But still, to get it for that price was great. But
I paid more for my first piece. My bow and Thanos faux bronze was more than that.
Yeah, but also, I mean, the thing about it is, like, you can still find deals. I mean, I think about it. If you want to buy, sorry, going back to the original question, if you want to buy your first piece, just go out there. I mean, I did say something about this the other day on the chat, and I don't think anyone listened because it was boring and it was just me on my own.
I broke you down. I'm sorry. I was only joking.
Next time, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to sit there and sort of cry to myself. I'm going to do like I'm going to do Indecent Proposal, and I'm going to get my wad of yen, and I'm going to be like, that's my holiday money, and it's actually not just mine. That's actually Rob's as well.
It's not on it now, so no.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's had worse on him. But basically, if you're just getting into it, I would go out, I would do my research. I would look into, I said this last time, go onto Google, type in Sideshow PDF on Google, and there's actually 4, I think, Sideshow catalogs of the older pieces that you can actually pull up. They're actually really nice catalogs to look for anyway. I think it starts at like number 8, like 8, 9, and 10, 11, or something like that. They've got there. So go through those, look at the older pieces, go through the Sideshow archives, kind of look through and just do a bit of research in what you want to do. Maybe look at some room tours. If you've got any like comic book stores nearby, go to those. You've got any collectors nearby. If, for example, Tyler, I don't know where he's from, if he puts a post up on RaddTitan, there's bound to be a collector within like a 10-mile radius where he could go and see pieces if he wants to. So the problem that I did was I just bought everything. I just bought it and then reviewed it and then sold it. I lost quite a bit of money doing it that way, but
yeah.
Anyway,
but you do that, didn't you? You watch other people's videos and reviews, and you like their style or their taste on a lot of things. So you end up sort of falling into the trend of, well, if they like it, I'll probably like it. And it's just not the case in person. It's like it really isn't. You have to. I agree with Alex. Go and see it as much as you can.
Things as well. I mean, like for example,
know thyself.
For example,
don't buy for other people.
I have this piece. I've had this piece. I don't even know how long, 1.5 years, whatever I've had it for. When this piece arrived on Friday and I got it out, having it out on the table, it makes me look at it and I'm just like, this piece is fucking awesome. The body sculpt on this Spider-Man is really, really good. The base is questionable, but the body sculpt of that Spider-Man is phenomenal. And the paint is clean as fuck on it as well. I mean, like the one I have, the one George had, I don't think had much shading, but this one is like well shaded as well.
Mine was the exclusive. It was first batch. I was one of the first people to get it, and it was fucking. It was awful.
Let me catch up with the comments again. Sorry. So Maria, we are going to cover that in the actual chat. I do have pictures of that because that looks fucking awesome. That piece. Chris Kendall, dude, man, it keeps raining here. You know, another $4.99 from Chris Kendall. Thank you for welcoming me to the family and sharing knowledge and information. Much appreciated. Chris,
thanks,
that's what it's all about. It's all about sharing. Oh god, I just skipped to the bottom again. Spoiler alert for myself. Rogue One, working on growing it back. Mostly telling the pieces. Nick, get over it, man. Jesus. Run for the hills. Take up collecting pictures, maybe trading cards. Man, I love the fucking 93, 94 trading cards.
Don't get shit. Those, man. Got fucking loads of those.
I love Chun-Li's spinning kick. I don't know where that come from. Alex, do you think Pro One will show the Street Fighter statues? Guile, someone sent me a screenshot where from, but it was a really old one, and it was a picture of Akuma's back, and they said it's going to be in Winterfest next year. So I don't know if that's still the case, but from that comment, it looks like Akuma may be there from Pro One.
That'd be amazing. Scaling 1/3.
Oh, maybe. It's Street Fighter 5 though, so then maybe they've got a Street Fighter 5 quarter scale license. I don't know. Jeff Morris in the house. Yeah, don't pass. Ed Dude says, don't pass on a piece just because somebody else doesn't like it. George and I, there's a lot of pieces I have that George fucking hates, absolutely hates. So you know, with that in mind, you know, you collect what you like, and you know, there's a lot of horror pieces I like, and George is just like, what you bought? What? That fucking ash, you know. So it's just about, you know, work.
But you know, that's the thing. You know, it was the same when we were kids. When we were kids, Alex would be watching like Night of the Living Dead and zombie and going his zombie chase. It was mad shit. He'd be like, "Do you want to go?" I'd be like, "Bitch, please." Fucking, you know what I mean? I'm watching this shit. You know what I mean? It's just not my thing at all. So, you know, you got to respect, you got to try and sort of respect that. And his collection has those parts in it. He has zombies and he has monsters and a few other bits and pieces that I wouldn't necessarily dig. But I'm glad that he's strong enough, though. I'm proud that he's strong enough to just be like, you know, I don't give a fuck, because that's what's really important. You've got to sort of get into this game to collect for yourself. The most important thing is if somebody doesn't like your shit, don't worry about it.
Well, the other side of it as well,
regularly people going, "Oh, fucking hell, that's." I don't care. It's not, don't bother me.
Well, you don't collect for other people. It's a solo hobby. You know, you know, you do it for yourself. The thing is I actually started to collect movie pieces. So I started collecting movie pieces mainly first. I wanted those, and then I realized that there wasn't as many movie pieces as comic pieces. So I kind of then went back to comic pieces. That's why
huge in comic. I mean, in fairness, you actually started me into comics first. So you know, comics that's the funny thing. You're always going to go there. Always, eventually, you will get there.
So I'm just trying to catch up with the comments still. So Trey, good advice. If you're a new collector, it all depends on how big your space is. Big spaces could go in all kind of directions. Small spaces, you have to be very picky. Exactly. Yeah, you have to work out. The other side of it as well, as I want to say, it depends on what kind of person you are. If you're a completist, you know, sometimes you end up buying statues you don't want just to finish a set. And also the problem with that is companies don't finish sets.
No.
From experience, they never finish the set.
No.
Do they, Nick? Wow.
Now you just won.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a dig at the fucking Belgian ball. Kuma Cooper 70. Yeah, Kuma Cooper 73 O'Leary. It's got to be in Ireland. €2. Donuts. Here's some donuts for your coffee. Awesome, man. Thank you very much. That was a good deal.
Saturday night is the night, man.
Yeah, man.
We got all the boys like paying for drinks in this bitch, man.
Oh, Michael Myers, is the XM X-Men diorama worth it? It looks amazing, but the price is crazy plus the shipping. The thing about that piece, right, is it's huge. It's fucking huge. I mean, the space you would need to display it is literally this table. You need this table to put it on and have enough space around it. It is massive. I think I measured it on one of the videos.
It is an amazing piece of engineering and concept. And if you had it, you wouldn't need another piece. You could have that as your center. If you've got like a big enough table, you just fucking put like a display table in the middle of a room and you put that in glass with lights. That's all you'd ever need. If you're like a big nuts X-Men fan and you wanted something like that, that's all you'd ever need. You wouldn't need, to be honest with you, it's one of those, it's such a monster that it's a collection all on its own.
The problem with it, though, I find, is it's all the B-list characters.
What do you mean? There's Beast, Bishop, Gambit, Rogue,
Colossus, no.
How is Colossus a B-list character? Smoking.
Well, no, because originally it was meant to be like Wolverine, Cyclops, Gambit. You know, it was meant to be all these.
Gambit's on there though, isn't it? There's no. I know there's no. There is a Wolverine. Is there Wolverine?
No, you're thinking about the fucking other one. You're thinking about the custom one.
No, I'm thinking about the. Wasn't there a? Is there not a Gambit?
No, on the XM one, quiet.
There's no Gambit.
Quiet. Give me a second. On the XM one, yeah, there's Colossus.
Yeah.
Jubilee.
Yeah.
Beast. Bishop. Psylocke.
Psylocke, yeah.
There's one more. There's Nimrod on the base.
Jubilee.
So there's those characters.
Yeah, they're shit.
They're all the shit characters.
I mean, Beast and Colossus are the two apex for me. Maybe Psylocke. Psylocke's bad.
Bishop looks great. But the problem with it is they were originally meant to be doing a B team that you could switch over, but I don't know whether that's still happening because
they needed to do that. You need to have Cyclops and you need to have Wolverine and you need Gambit. You need Cyclops, Wolverine, Gambit, Beast, Colossus, Iceman, Jean Grey. You need those. They need to be there.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Wasn't Gambit there originally?
No, you're thinking. Yeah, I think he might have been. Wolverine was on the head, I think.
See, I swear to God, when we first seen it, there was a Gambit. I swear there was.
No. All right. Nicholas the mod is paying to be a mod, it seems. So that's €5 there to ask the questions at Wonderfest. Yeah, Nicholas, you said you had 5 questions, so you're a bit short.
Yeah, you're 20 euros out.
Alex Thompson, I found 2 PDF catalogs. I think there was 3, but maybe you're right. But they're quite good little catalogs to look at for sure.
They're really nice prints, actually. I wish there was more info, though. If I'd have had them, I would have liked to have been actually the picture and then the stats, like the, height, the weight, the edition size, the year.
Oh, you're talking about the captured archetypes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, these are actual catalogs.
Bitches.
So
I have archetype books actually.
Yeah. So I think I gave you one.
I bought it in Prague.
Someone gave me one. I think I gave it away.
Yeah.
Bart's actually coming to London, so he wants to go and watch Miss Marvel with us.
Bart, I can tell you, my brother. I can show you. They're here waiting for you, brother. Brand new, sealed, as promised.
All right. So Craig Gorman in the house. That Bane Geo, damn.
What's that? Yeah, man.
Bane. Oh yeah.
Mate, have you seen the new Venom? Seen the new Venom?
New Venom. What do you mean?
This is the steelbook. This is the Zavi one. The Venom. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. There's another one, like an American one, which is really nice.
It's with the head with the words Venom in the mouth.
Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, that's nice.
That's actually the HMV. I have that coming. That one actually, I got a second one, and I think Mike Wells wants it. So, Mike, if you want that, mate, hit me. Yeah, shit film, anyway. Then Maria saying, I've got the Marvel Masterpieces 94 and 95. They're the best years. 94 and 95 are the best fucking years for those Marvel Masterpieces. I think 93 was good as well. I think, what was the one that Jem framed one of them, didn't he? I'm sure it was 94 or 95.
I love the Spider-Man.
That was a great thing. That was a great.
I don't know why Yoa's written. Yoa has given us $9.99, but then he's written underneath 1/3 Conan war paint. I don't know why he's written that, but
that's the bribe. That's actually got 1/3 statue of the year.
Are you saying, Joe, that we can buy the war paint for $9.99? I don't really get it.
We would happily pay it.
So I'm just going to go through these quickly because we really need to get onto those. What love hotel you stayed at in Japan?
I'll tell you something. Not a good conversation. I mean, I've never had a chat before on this that we've not been able to get onto the pictures for nearly 2 hours.
Oh, Chris, I've got those. I've got your email, Chris.
I like it though.
Yeah, no, I do.
I like the conversing.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
do like conversing.
You dirty little monkey. What's that one? Oh, it's a reprint of the Punisher versus the first appearance of Punisher. Nice. Marvel Tales.
One with Venom.
No. This one's an old one. So it's like Marvel Tales 106. It's got red background. That's a nice cover, actually. What was I going to say? So my girlfriend doesn't like my shit. I'm not worried about it. Oh, yeah, that was it. Sorry, I was looking up the... sorry, give me a second because he asked about the hotel. So I can't see the name of it here. I did book something. All right. Anyway, so Steve, Jeff Morris. So Savage Burn was savage. So I'm going through your comments really quick. I'm sorry. If there's anything you want to ask, put like stars or something so I can pick it out quite easily.
It's a good idea.
Because you guys are like talking too much between yourselves. Yeah, basically, sorry, PJ, you're right. PJ's right, actually. There was a Gambit originally because remember they made it into the fucking quarter scale. They made it larger because it might have been.
I knew it, man. That's why you're here. And it's going, nah, he's fucking talking about it. I knew that fucking Gambit was there.
Do that. Sorry, if you want to ask something, do at RaddTitan so I can see the red highlight and then I can pick it up. That'd be much easier, like Steve has done. Yeah, so they made it big. I think it was like Forbes who did that, but it was it must have been Anthony Forbes because I know there was someone really pushing for them to do the Gambit and make them like larger.
It was the same, wasn't it? The Gambit was the same as the quarter scale.
Yeah.
I remember.
All right, so Archangel was in it as well. You're right, Mike. Jem said he did the. Oh, Jem said 92 is the best, followed by 96.
I remember. I thought 94. I like 94, 95. Maybe I would trust him. He would know.
Yeah.
Unless he wasted his time getting all that shit framed.
Yeah, got the wrong ones framed. Oh God.
I don't think he's made that type of mistake, to be honest. He's wishful thinking.
Tokyo, was it APA Hotel Resort Tokyo Bay, Makuri Chuba, something?
Why don't you give me your fucking room number and all?
Room number 125. Buzz me for a good time. Flash premium format's meant to be coming soon. I'm sorry, I've sort of fucking skimmed on, jumped through the load. He's got RaddTitan. If you had to say one statue from your house on fire, what would it be? Me.
Thanos repainted by Ian Wilkinson. Easy.
Guyver.
Studios Thanos painted.
Prime one Guyver.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. It wouldn't even for me. It wouldn't even be a second thought. I'd have that out of it straight away.
Flash has to be soon. Premium format Flash has to be soon.
We've been waiting on that shit since we started. We've been waiting on that bollocks.
Rogue, yeah, the Redbubble t-shirts go for the tri-blend, but don't go for the red print. So go for like the black or white print, and on
red's a little bit
black or white. The red, the red. I actually don't mind the red t-shirt because it was like a pink color, but it came out all right. But the actual RaddTitan writing that's in red comes out like a weird orangey color. So I would go for like a white on black or a black on white.
You're better off as well. You're better off just joining Redbubble and then they basically send you an email saying that they've got discounts on all the time. I mean, I got an email yesterday saying it's 25% off. That's when you want to be buying this shit.
Yeah.
Because of the shipping on there is well fucking expensive, I think. But that's what it is to make it sort of universal and easy. But for us, I don't know if it's just the UK, but it's fucking expensive.
It is well expensive. I mean, we need to go on to other avenues, I think, and try and find ones which are better to do because
having the time, innit?
To be honest with you, I mean, you could order t-shirts in and do what Gem does, but I'm not doing it. Because also if you're our stateside and you're shipping most of your stuff stateside, it's going to be fine. But when you're in UK and 90% of your people are stateside, once you start saying to them shipping is going to cost you this, it's going to go pear-shaped, you know.
Yeah, it will.
So all right, let's do these pictures. Right. Thank you, everyone. We can actually still see the comments, and we're going to see. We still see the comments because I'm going to do it so that we can see them. Are you on a curfew?
No.
All right, that's a good thing about the Saturday night. And if you're not on a curfew,
well, if I hear my son going berserk, then that's me gone anyway, regardless.
Yeah,
that would have been the same if I'd have got involved an hour ago. So we do what we do.
All right, what can you see?
The infinity screen.
Awesome.
Japan.
All right, so
you talked about this shit enough. Next.
No, I know. I was there. Chill out, man. For fuck's sake.
40-minute chat. You were waffling on about this shit. I've got loads of PM going. Gio, where the fuck are you? These idiots talking about Japan all the time. Oh, good. Where's your porn? Oh no, I missed it.
Oh, I don't have it on my laptop. I've got like secret fucking network. I've got like this hidden network thing, which like is hidden in folders and stuff.
It's so funny. Oh, that's cold.
Yeah. All right. So this is just again Sideshow, guys. Just be fucking patient. Jesus Christ. I keep seeing people commenting and saying I can't access my points. I can't see my wait list. I can't see this. I can't see that. Guys, please, you've had something on order for a fucking year. Wait another fucking week for them to sort it out because it's a new website. They're sorting it out and just be patient.
But people just panic, didn't they? People worried that
oh man, I had fucking Andalena messaging me today. I was just like, dude, why is it really that important? You need to do it this week. You've still got to wait 6 fucking months for it to come out. Why is it important this week?
Yeah, but think about them poor parties. Their stuff is probably due round about now, and this is what's going on.
What are your guesses as to why, for almost 7 years, DC lines we don't have a Flash Premium format figure of yet?
I don't think they sell. And I think DC make the edition sizes too high.
I think as well, yeah. The thing is as well, that what happened is that was one of the reasons why Prime 1 and Sideshow fell out, was the fact that they made their Flash when Sideshow announced. Dave Igo was on a chat and said, we're going to be doing a Flash soon. And then Prime 1 released one like a month after. And then all of a sudden, Prime 1 are told, yeah, you've lost this, you lost that. So I think it's a bit.
I mean, DC edition size numbers are quite high in comparison. And I think that may be part of it. I think they probably expect it to be DC. The licensors will probably want, again, another 3,000-4,000 edition size, and it's Flash. And they struggle to sell Batmans and Supermans, for fuck's sake.
Well, that's because there's like 3 versions. But
I know that they're I understand that they're bangers. But my point is that if you're still struggling, I don't even know about the word struggling, but if you still have the availability, I mean, Bane is still for sale.
Yeah, Bane's
that's impossible. That shouldn't happen. Bane is one of the best pieces Sideshow have brought out, premium format wise, from any time. It is an amazing piece of work.
I mean, I think I said. I think with Bane, we were talking about the best DC piece out of Lobo and Bane, and I think I gave it to Bane.
You did give it to Bane, and you wouldn't be alone in thinking so. I mean, it is an absolutely amazing piece. It is probably the best DC piece with Lobo for me.
Well, Canale fucking smashed it, didn't he? Canale smashed it.
smashed it. But this is the point. The point is that it's still up for sale. However long later, was it 2 years later? That's not ideal. That's a problem.
Basically, with this website shit, I used Chrome, and I used my old password, and it was done in seconds. You know, sometimes you have to check your spam folder to see if it's in there, but mine was all done fine. So just be patient. I mean, give it a week. If you can log in, give it a week. What are you talking about?
No, I'm telling the dog off.
Give it a week. I mean, they need to sort shit out. I mean, on our side, on the affiliate side, we've lost everything. So it shows us that we've sold nothing in 5 years for a Sideshow. So, you know, I can tell you that's not true. And basically, I'm not panicking. I'm just going to give them a week. I've screenshotted it, and I'll go back in a week and I'll do it. You know. So, all right. Anyway, there's my Apple. There you go.
Nice. Looks
good.
Love it. Looks great.
When this went up for sale, when I missed it, I was a bit disappointed. I was so happy when it came back up. I don't think there is an edition size on this. I think it's not a limited edition.
Cool. Yeah, it's a great little thing for people with, you know, to have. I really like them as well. I think they look great.
We'll see what we can do, George. We'll see what we can do. All right.
All right.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Yeah.
Somehow I'm guessing my back scratch is going to be more expensive than yours.
We'll see.
You don't deal with desert people, man. None. You don't deal with Hebrews. Leave them alone. Don't try and negotiate.
Well, when have you ever given me a fucking deal?
I give you shit all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm awful. Me, I'd give you anything. If you ask me for something, I'd give it to you.
Don't believe. All right, give me that. What you got? What you got? I'll have a little think.
Have a little think.
What did that Venom 300 Virgin come back as?
9.6.
Ah, fuck it. Right.
That reminds me. There's this scene, right, in Only Fools and Horses, right, in their city. You may not know this show in the US, but it's like about two brothers and like wheeler dealers, and they're like older than a younger brother, and the older one pretty much raised the younger one. They're sitting on a park bench, and he's like, they're talking, and he says, "Oh, you know." He says, "You know, you never give me nothing." He says, "Oh, come on, you know, Rodney, I'll give you anything I've got. If I'd give half to you." And he's like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "Yeah." He says, "So like, if you had like £2 million, what would you do?" It's like, "Oh, I'd give you £1 million, wouldn't I?" He goes, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." He says, "What about if you had 2 Rolls Royces?" "Well, I'd give you a Rolls Royce, wouldn't I? If it was sunny, I'd give you the one with the sunroof." He's like, "Really? You'd give me one of your Rolls Royces?" He says, "Yeah." He goes, "What if you had 2 of them deep sea divers watches?" And his brother turns around and goes, "Now, you know I got 2 of them deep sea divers. Don't take fucking liberty."
That's as I say, James would say. Your cousin James.
Yeah, I'd give you anything. I'd give you half everything I got as soon as I ain't got it.
All right. Then there's actually I've been talking to this company, this Greek company, so you'll like that. And it's called Dark Side Toys, and they've just picked up a load of licenses. So they're going to be doing a load of premium format statues. Sorry, premium statues, that's what they call them. So they got the Resident Evil 4 license, so they're going to be doing an Ada.
Nice.
Ada is a hot bitch, tell you. So they're doing the height of that is going to be 64 centimeters, which is 25.2 inches, which is pretty big.
Yeah, big.
For a female statue, 25.2 is big. You know, really big. So this is the Resident Evil 4. Then they also picked up the Studio Canal license. So this is Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So they're going to be doing a pose like that pose there, where he's on the motorbike.
Oh, amazing. Cool.
Ed, dude, I really want to play that. I was close to buying that Resident Evil 2 game today. I was well close. Also, so this is what they've got for the Terminator 2 license. So quarter scale statues, 1/3 scale statues, and prop replicas.
Amazing, cool.
So they got that. They got the Devil May Cry license, and then also Resident Evil 6 license, Street Fighter, and is that going to be? It just says Street Fighter, but that looks like Street Fighter 5 and Star Trek license. So they're going to be doing quite a lot of stuff, and it's actually Europe-based company, so that'd be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, very good shipping wires and stuff like that could be good for us.
I heard that because they have the Street Fighter license, they then decided not to distribute any other Street Fighter pieces, which is quite funny. Then this is the Geisha. This is from Elite Creature Collectibles. This is part of their what's the artist called? Akioto, I think, isn't it? Akioto.
That looks crazy.
The Worlds of Akioto. So it's the one where they got that guy with the tattoo, and this is from the same artist, I believe. And this is basically it's like a transformation piece. So it is like that. It looks really like Ghost in the Shell, like.
Yeah, it does actually. It looks very much like that.
And then it kind of transforms into this kind of thing.
That's cool.
I mean, their quality is really up there. I mean, I've got the Guyver bust from there, and I fucking love it. I absolutely love it.
Makes some beautiful stuff.
So this is like the transformation. The faceplate goes on the back like that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. This. I mean, again, I don't know. I mean, it's based on someone's artwork, but again, to me, it looks fucking amazing. But it doesn't. It's not something I would buy, but I can appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. But that's half the point, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, everyone is playing Kingdom Hearts. Resident Evil 2 came out the wrong week.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is for the Final Fantasy style game, which is like all Disney characters.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I really wanted to play it, but I never got into it. This piece looks really cool. Look at that, fucking well creepy.
It's quite a lot of sweet switch outs and changes on this.
Yeah,
changes quite a lot.
Changes it considerably. The faceplate all comes off. So if you look there, you can see the faceplate different now in the back.
Yeah.
Then like that. Very cool. Then this is Figurama, basically doing the Hunter x Hunter license. So this piece is going to be revealed in Winter Wonderfest, and this is the Netero versus Miriam Elite Fandom statue, and some people have complained to say the guy is a bit emotionless, the white guy at the back, but he is like that anyway. There's no whenever he's fighting during this scene, there's no emotion anyway. So it is actually like that. He's just like, I don't give a fuck kind of thing. It's like he's not really giving up much energy.
They're like bones and shit. Them hands, they're all like bones.
Yeah, they're like bones or gold carvings kind of things, aren't they?
That's so fucking. I just love these concepts. I saw a picture actually on RaddTitan group. Somebody's collection, and all of their stuff is this style.
Yeah,
it's fucking madness. Like how vibrant and beautiful the stuff is.
It
blows your fucking mind. Just blows your mind.
The Japanese anime dioramas or pieces where they have like the Somei pieces, even the fan art anime pieces are insane. I mean, they're always so dynamic and so intricate. I mean, this piece, there's just so much going on. Just so much going on. I'm really, really excited about seeing this. It goes on pre-order the day after Wonderfest, so they're going to unveil it there. I'll be there when they take off that. If they have it covered, I'm assuming they're going to have it covered. I'll be there when they unveil it, take off the cloth, and I'll be filming as soon as they do that. This piece is massive, PJ. Piece is big. The thing with Devilman is it is a big piece, but there's a lot of negative space. So there's a lot of space
around it.
This is like kind of stuff everywhere.
It's a block, isn't it? If you look at it, it's a block. It's a complete square. It's almost like a triangle, slightly at the top, but it's like a rounded sort of triangle, almost like a spade. Looks like a spade shape.
Yeah, Ed Dude says like the card. You mean? Like the card spade? Spade.
Yeah, exactly like the card. Yeah.
Ed Dude says apparently if you swear on the comments, it won't show. Don't no cursing then, Ed Dude. Sunny, the Green Arrow premium format exclusive is on waitlist now.
But you know what? That's another piece actually, Green Arrow. But I mean that looks nuts. That's another one that's
really
really
nice. Yeah.
special. That is, and also in terms of like a space saving piece, and Bane is massive. Like, don't get it twisted. Bane is fucking massive. So, like, Green Arrow is actually quite displayable. Beautiful that is, that Green Arrow. I'm not surprised by that at all.
Trade. That's an amazing idea. Sorry, talking about like a Resident Evil game that's like open world Raccoon City. That'd be awesome. Sorry, yeah. Getting the detail on here, so much detail, so many like little things.
They just don't piss about, these lot. They just don't mess about.
Well, I just can't wait to see it. I mean, this again, all these anime stuff. I mean, you can see there's like a Coke can next to it, and yeah, that is ridiculous.
I mean, that Coke can looks like them little stupid ones we used to get as kids. Remember the little like
Little mini one, yeah. Then you got the. So this is like a teaser for the fan art Gambit.
Yeah, the same lot that made the Beast that we reviewed. I've got. Yeah, they've got. This looks a bit special. So I'm enjoying looking at this. Got this on pre-order as well. So I had to get all the main guys. So like the Wolverine, the Beast, the Colossus. The Gambit. I need the and the Beast. I need the sort of A-Team and the Cyclops. I want all of the sort of the top bods of the X-Men from this lot, because I really love their whole concept and design. I see a lot of Jim Lee in this. So I'm very much digging this. I think it looks, and then this is really early as well. So that's even more. I mean, Matt. I forgot. I never can pronounce his name right.
Morris, yeah,
Matt Morris.
We just call him Painter Matt.
Yeah, he's just got the Colossus in, man, and he's built the kit up, and it looks fucking crazy. Colossus looks great as well. Looks really good. So, it's exciting times. This looks great too. So I'm hopeful that where this will go.
Yeah, no, it looks great. I mean, at the moment, there's no real like contender to the original Sideshow premium format. So it'd be nice to see if this does stand up to it.
This is action, isn't it? This is like an action. This is going to fight more against more of the sort of like fan art stuff, to be honest. There is the odd museum sort of concept that's popped out, but they're nowhere near it, in my opinion, anyway. Yeah. So, this is an action one. This is the whole reason I've got the classic PF. So, I'm definitely excited to see sort of a different take on it. He's quite an agile and active character, so it's quite nice to see a bit of action going on with him, to be fair.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Got someone sending me Power, I can't hear your voice messages because I'm live. And oh wow, okay. So then Omar sending me fucking Dragon Ball Z stuff. So make sure you film this if you see it in Japan. All right, I'll try. This then is one of my favorite 4 covers. So this is Civil War 4 Michael Turner variant, and again, there's the actual cover, and then this is then going to be a fan art piece of that, which I'm quite excited for. That is, I really do
I like the adjustment of the cape as well.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it made it so big. If they'd have done it like that, it would have made it well big.
It needed to be done like that, but again, I mean, this is one of my favorite. I mean, I do love Michael Turner. I mean, sadly, he passed away too soon, but he's got some fucking fantastic. Actually, this line of comics.
Yeah,
number three is the Iron Spider one I just bought. I just bought the sketch version. Mike actually got the coloured version graded through me, and I was tempted not to give it to Mike and say they lost it, then he got a 9.2, and I was like, I fucking take it back. Take the shit back. So I want to see Code Veronica get. Yeah, Code Veronica was one of my favourite Resident Evils as well. I loved it. Loved Code Veronica. Sorry, on the Dreamcast, I think it was. So yeah, awesome Thor, really good. And again, he's not going to have Hercules and the Daredevil on the base. So yeah, otherwise that'd be obscene. Right then, so there's going to be a custom Toad, because the funny thing is on the chat the other week, I said to you Yeah, no one's made a Toad or a Morph. And then 2-3 weeks later, there's a Toad.
I really love the way this is looking as well. I dig it a lot.
Mm.
I think this looks a bit special. This Toad, I like it a lot.
Yeah, yeah. What signature series did you get, CGC, Rick? And yeah, with this one, I mean, again, they posted all of the actual abilities that Toad has, and it was a hell of a lot more than I thought he had. It was all like he could jump like ridiculously high, ridiculously agile, ridiculous healing. Yeah,
there's a lot of groups.
And then there's a tongue there. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how this comes out.
That.
Yeah,
There's a lot of expression in Toad's face as well. Like this is as like a character, his face is quite an animated face. There's a lot going on, so that's going to be interesting to see.
That's what Ed Dude's now saying. One of the worst lines in a comic book movie. Do you know what happens to a Toad when he gets struck by lightning?
But it's not the line; it's who says it. Because she's
a
fucking awful actress. The same thing that happens to everything else.
Well, she also did Catwoman. This is then the Good Smile Batman. So this pairs off with the Joker, and this is like Batman Ninja. This was actually at New York Comic Con. Someone sent me these pictures, and I was like, wow, this is really good, but I think I've seen it before. And I went back over our videos, and I was like, yeah, I did a whole video on it, but it wasn't painted. So that was why I kind of missed it. And this is a diorama that goes with the Joker. And this is 1/6 scale. It's big as well. Again, look back on our video from, just type in Good Smile, RaddTitan, and it'll pop up anyway. So really, really cool. And this was a partnership actually with XM.
Oh, cool! I didn't know that.
Yeah, they kept it quite quiet. They didn't really announce it, but yeah, it's a partnership, a silent partnership, which I've now exposed with XM. And yeah, you got that. But then what you could also do is, you can display the Batman. And then also you get the Joker. So it's like this kind of, it looks more French. It's like a French kind of.
Well, he's holding sort of like a what is it, like a cavalier sword?
Yeah, it looks like something you would see in the fucking Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all that goes with it. Really cool, really dynamic. Again, you've got the kind of shuriken there in his hat at the back shuriken. And
I like these sort of things, though. I really like it. Like think outside the box like this. They try a different type of expressions. It's nice.
Yeah, really nice, classy bases as well on those. They are really cool with the kind of insignia around the side there. And then what happens is you can display them together like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Lovely though, stunning.
It is big.
It doesn't look small.
So Rick got a signed book by Mark Brooks and Magic. So it's Magic. So I'm just checking all the comments. Oops. 999. Oh, Batman is 999, and the Joker costs 1,100.
Does look like it's got more work in it though, the Joker, doesn't it? You can sort of understand that.
They are 1/6, but they are big. They're big pieces. I mean, if you look back on again, just type in RaddTitan, Good Smile, and it'll pop up, and they're big old pieces. Omar's in the house.
Go on, my son.
And then this is, I think this one's like a 1/8 Batman by Good Smile. You got that one.
That's nice.
Yeah, so it's a bit like more subtle, isn't it? A bit less to it.
I like it though. It's stylized. It's kind of cool.
You got a cool kind of water effect on the base. There you go. You've got the fan sticking in there. Yeah, cool. This is a piece which is actually really impressive. This is the Infinity Studios Predator. Looks like the City Hunter, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, that's Predator 2.
Yeah, this looks really nice, and I can't wait to see this paint. It looks really impressive.
Does
really
look great. Very different as well.
Yeah,
but in a good way.
Yeah. No, I actually think it looks really nice. Oh yeah, it does. Sorry, on the base it says Predator 2. I didn't even notice that. So yeah, we were right. So yeah, very cool, very cool. Infinity Studios. have some really, really nice pieces. Infinity Studios, they did a lot of this, like Destiny Warrior, and a lot of these kind of.
Look at that monkey in the clouds, isn't it?
Sorry?
To the monkey in the clouds.
Yeah, I was going to say Chinese folklore, where there's got this like monkey god, and he's like blowing like a soldier in his hand, and it's so good. I mean, like, I don't know what the monkey's
That
from.
sounded terrible.
Yeah, he's blowing a soldier in his hand. Yeah, it does sound pretty bad.
He's creating an army.
He's got like a smoke. He's got like a smoke
He's
in his hand.
creating an army with his breath. That's what he's doing.
Well, that's yeah. He's not blowing a soldier.
No, he's not. No,
I'm probably going to get done.
There's an eloquence that's required when
Yeah.
eloquence that Alex lacks, because he either over feminizes things or absolutely does stuff like that.
I tried to either demasculate it, or I've drunk half a bottle of whiskey, so I've kind of lost my ability to explain it too well. Chris Crow
never had the ability, bro.
Chris Crow in the house. Oh, someone's retracted a message. I always get worried when they retract messages.
Fuck you, they're saying. Fuck you.
Yeah. No, because that dude said those messages don't come through.
Yeah, he clearly keeps trying to send them.
Dave Cassie in the house.
Back again, Davey boy. Did you go somewhere?
Oh, did I say? Did I say his name already?
Yes.
All right. This actually is really nice. This is a 1/10 scale piece. I think the picture's gone the wrong way around. There you go. So this is like a Batman 1/10 scale by Iron Studios.
That's cool.
And this looks really nice. So
I love their 1/10 line. I really do.
Their 1/10 is,
stuff in person.
I think their 1/10 is like really strong and quite consistent compared to their other stuff. So this is actually signed by the artist.
Oh, nice.
Burroughs, I think his name is. And then you got that. So it's 30 centimeters high. It's 1.8 pounds, and it's 21 wide, 17 deep. So for a 1/10, it's a bit of a unit still.
Yeah, but none of their 1/10 stuff is really that small.
Mm.
We've seen a couple of their bits in person, and it's deceptive how big some of the stuff is. You think, shit.
No, that looks really nice.
Yeah.
Then you got the Injustice Prime 1 Dark Side, and this is quarter scale, isn't it?
I think their Injustice line is, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think Injustice. I guess this is where I get mixed up because Lobo's Injustice, but I think Lobo's Injustice 1. So because he's Injustice 1, he's 1/3. But the Injustice 2 with Aquaman is 1/4. So
that's exciting.
The Dark Side, this looks really great. I mean, you've got the idea. Rick is saying it is quarter scale. So Prime 1, Dave Cassie, I totally agree. Prime 1 scales drive me fucking mental as well.
You can't preempt it. They've got so many licenses, they've got so many lines.
Yeah.
And they've got so many diversions inside the same license that you just don't know where the fuck things are going. This looks great though.
They're gonna have
to liven this up though, because this is the type of paint scheme with Prime 1 that I dread.
Yeah, could be quite.
Make sure that blue is fucking popping, and make sure the purples and there's some color in it, because the grey and the sort of dark. I mean, on their pieces, it's just like fucking boring as fuck.
Well, you got to look. I mean, like, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but you kind of got all this greys and silvers and whatever, and then you got like this kind of carbon fiber here. So you really need this to pop and this gold to pop to kind of make it,
You want to see those. You want to see those textures, and they want to jump out at you. You don't want to have to spend 45 minutes trying to work out whether that's his skin or a panel or what the fuck. It's just, that's what they have to, they have to try and make sure that they liven this up as much as possible, because it's the type of color that, is problematic.
Everyone's saying this Darkseid is 1/4 scale, but it passes as a 1/3. It's massive.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. He is quite a beast, isn't it?
We also got Hugh G in the house. I think he said California. Let me just go back. Sorry. Hugh G. A Warhawk legend in the house. So I don't think I said him today.
Scalp you, motherfucker.
Hi guys, Greens from California. There you go. I was right. So he's talking about the Hot Toys Hulkbuster. There's two versions. So you got the version 1 and version 2. Or was it version 2? You could just buy the hand or something. I can't remember. I lose track of it all. But the Hulkbuster Hot Toy, if you collect Hot Toys, it is really impressive.
The Hot Toys make a load of amazing stuff, to be honest. If I was into figures, I'd own loads of this shit.
So then for this piece, you got the exclusive, which is the hand behind the back and the kind of snow. That's nice. That's nice.
That's
I hate to say the phrase because it makes you sound like an elitist. I think that one's that's exclusive or foul.
You said it.
I don't like saying it. I don't like saying it. Oh man!
Don't you understand? Don't you understand, Alex? You're RaddTitan, man. You can't say things like that. You can't say exclusive or foul. You can't say Grail. You can't take pictures out for dinner with XM. You can't. There's nothing you can do. You're in RaddTitan, man. But high standard here.
But this one is really nice, and I'm sure your girlfriend would like it. Okay. But this is the shit. Look at that. That is fucking wicked.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Oh yeah, that. I mean, what I do love about this though is that is two different statues.
Yeah, but that's when a company or the concept designers have thought about things in the right way, where the posture of the torso, the trunk, is exactly in the right spot for your arm to be in multiple places. Do you know how hard that is to get right? So difficult. And it looks to me like they smashed it, because you're right, it looks like two completely different pieces. Bravo.
No, I think that is so different as two pieces. Yeah, Bart, I'll check later. Are you just telling me what your flight details are? Jesus, man.
I wonder what because he's seen the fucking steelbooks now. He needs to get his ass over
it. King Darkcross comes with both. The exclusive is just the head. So the exclusive is that snarling head. So he actually has the hands behind the back.
That's amazing. I quite like that smirking face though. Sometimes.
That snarling head is really nice. I don't think it would work with that head. With that head,
I think it would work.
With that head, it just looks like he's in trouble. It's like when I stand outside like the headmaster's office when I was a kid, and I'm standing there like that. Yeah. But that head, those arms, and the way that changes the statue, that is good. That is really good.
What this comes out at, as in price wise and stuff.
Yeah, and that is 87.3 centimeters tall.
Wow, that is a monster. That's a huge statue. What's that? 30, 33?
Then again, I mean, like, what was
wow, that's a big piece, man.
I'm pretty sure
that's nearly a fucking meter tall, that fucking piece.
I'm pretty sure Guyver was 76. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure 76 or so.
76, and this is 11 centimeters higher. That's really 40 inches.
That's obscene. God. Got to run, guys.
He ain't that big in the game.
All right, Guy, you take care, man. Hopefully I'll see you in Tokyo. If you're sick, don't come anywhere near me, all right?
Well, bless, brother. Feel better.
Get a lot of vitamin C, take some echinacea and all that shit, and make sure you're feeling better.
Fucking orange juice.
All right, so statues are getting fucking bigger and bigger. There you go. So about arms. There you go. That's a nice piece. That's right up your fucking alley, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little bit, but at nearly 90 centimeters, it may as well belong in the fucking alley, because I can't display that. I think I can put it outside in an alley. I tell you that.
Did Warhawk Legend, did Sideshow and Prime One have a bit of a falling out? I missed if that happened. Can somebody give me a short version of what happened? Jesus, man. I don't know if there is a short version. Nick, is there a short version? Dr. Nick, do you want to throw it in there? But basically there was a few little things that Prime One did and pissed off Sideshow, so that is why the Marvel license was stopped, and they only did 3 pieces. There's no Carnage, no anything else. They have sorted things out recently. They've done a collaboration on a Batman piece, but I don't know. There's no short version. Yeah, as Nick says, I think that's a whole like fucking hour video. Anyway,
it comes down to communication anyway. It comes down to when you announce things and your timing of such. If Sideshow is going to announce something and you release the same type of piece, there's in direct competition there or thereabouts after, you're going to have a problem. And their Venom and
no, there were several pieces. So the Venom, they released their Venom around when Sideshow was going to release their announced theirs. Also, Swamp Thing. So Swamp Thing was announced around the same time.
Yeah,
and then also Flash.
Yeah.
So
that's not collaborating. That's not being smart as business partners.
But then also there was something to do with they set up their website and they made like a double exclusive. So there was like you could buy Griffiths regular, Griffiths exclusive on Sideshow, and then on Prime One there was an exclusive. So fucking yeah. So there's loads of little things. Anywho, then you got the is it Mirror?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Man. This is Art Germ artwork. So you got that. You don't like it?
Nah, not really. No.
I think this goes really well.
It doesn't do anything to me. It just, I don't know if it's a transition from certain pieces to get to this one, but all of a sudden they just look really cartoony. But then again, I love Art Germ stuff on the page, and I own one of the statues that some of his artwork is based off. But at the same time, I don't know. As soon as I see that, I was just a bit like, nah.
Well, I think this would go really well with the Supergirl.
Yeah.
I think it would go very, very well with the Supergirl, to be honest.
I've seen them in person. They're fucking terrifying.
Yeah. There you go. So that's that. I mean, a lot of that clear resin on that base. Got to be really careful with that because, I mean, you see over time that cracks and gets loads of little stress marks in there. So you need to be really careful with that. And at that kind of size as well, so that's 73 centimeters. That's a big old piece, not a weight. So you have to be very careful. Yeah. I mean, I think that this would be nice if it was like a 1/8 like DC Collectibles piece.
Yeah.
But as a 1/3 piece, I don't think it translates as well.
Yeah, it didn't do for me.
So I was Nicholas sending things numbered. Jesus, Nicholas, what are you doing? Oh, he's okay. Sorry, he is actually listening to me. Oh wow, good job, Nick. He's actually listed all the fucking points of why they've pissed him off. Good, Nick. I know you weren't totally useless. George was trying to get rid of you as well. Then you got the Star Trek logo on the base, it looks like.
It does look a little bit like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, beat me up, Scotty. Give her the fucking Vulcan thing. Now it won't let me go to the next picture now, will it? Damn it. Right.
Oh.
It won't let me change pictures for some reason.
Man.
Damn it. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Bit of a bum shot there. Bit of a look at that. There's little marks there.
I literally couldn't be less interested.
This actually was on the Sideshow chat, and this looks really cool. So this is the was it the Q Figs? I think it was called, and this is like called something like the Family or something like that. This looks really, really cool. It's like a little piece, and I think it's quite I think this would sell really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not something you would get. I know it's not something I'd buy, but I do think that this will be really popular.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think it's got like all the little characters going on there.
Like Batman and Robin, Nightwing, and I don't know who the red guy is.
Red Hood.
Is that Red Hood? Yes. So he must have something to do with his family then, which I didn't know.
Well, it's Jason Todd, isn't it? It's,
Oh, is it?
yeah, it's basically if you look on his going over his shoulders are all the Robins. Yeah, that's all. They're all Robins, and then
Cool.
on his hand is Batgirl. So
Quite clever.
I think that this piece is really really nice, and I think it's. I don't know what scale it is. I think it was on one. It looks like 1/6 or so, 1/7 maybe, but I do quite like the look of that, and I do think again when this goes up for pre-order February 8th, I think that would sell really really well. I think it's $200 or something.
It's very reasonable.
Yeah. Sorry, what's this? Okay, this is Queen Studios. So this is yeah, they're T800 busts. So go back, rewind, T1000 bust. And also they're going to be at Monster Palooza. This is one of their silicon busts. I don't know how well silicon lasts because I think over time it fades and cracks, dries out. So I think all of this will as well, pretty much. I mean, unless you treat it, and it will fade in light. But this looks phenomenal now. But these are really really expensive. Lewis is saying. Oh, so they're called QMX at Divine Q Fix. So QMX, oh, yeah, he's tagging Divine Q Fix. So QMX Divine Fix. Quantum Mechanics. Oh, okay, I know Quantum Mechanics. Okay. And then you got Lucius just come in.
Mind benders here.
He's over in fucking Ohio or something, isn't he?
Cluck like a fucking chicken any minute.
He's saying you're gonna have to moisturize that bad boy. So I mean, their pieces look obscene. I mean, their Loki, I literally thought was a photoshopped image.
Yeah,
it is. But the one issue I had, which I did mention on the last chat, yeah, we call you Luch because it pisses you off.
Yeah.
The one thing I did mention on the last chat is they advertise their stuff like they're licensed, but I do not believe Queen Studios is a licensed company. I believe
so what are we talking about them then, if that's the case?
No, but I'm just wondering because I wanted to point out because a lot of people are going to be probably purchasing them thinking they are a licensed company. But I want to say Queen Studios is putting themselves across as a licensed company, but I do not believe they are. All of their Marvel pieces, the way that you're meant to put the Marvel branding on the images, they're not following. Also, I've been talking to a company who deals with Studio Canal with the Terminator licenses, and I've been speaking with them for a little while now, and they said that they spoke to Studio Canal and Queen Studios are not in contact with Studio Canal at all.
Oh, okay.
So we're mentioning Queen Studios. They do phenomenal work, but it seems like they're fan art and they are not licensed like they're putting themselves across as. So just to be clear, it does look great, but yeah, I just want to point that out. And I mean, like anyone who is a Terminator collector, this looks the shit. Look at that.
I worry about silicone. No, it's the same thing as chrome.
Yeah.
I don't really like chrome on anything that I own. I've seen it. I've seen stuff, and it doesn't age well. So it's like things like that I just don't like.
Yeah, no, well, that's the problem. Is from looking at all the older stuff, and I've spoken to my good friend who works in silicone and stuff like that for movies. He said it's not something that is a long-term solution.
It's perishable. It's quite highly perishable, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, imagine if you're in like Asia where it's high humidity or.
This ain't gonna last any time.
Yeah, ain't gonna last. So, it is a fantastic piece, but it ain't gonna last you, and especially when it's costing like $3,000 or whatever it's costing. I don't think this is where you should put your money at all. Again, it is a real shame that they are an unlicensed company because of the phenomenal work they're doing. But I think they're going to have some problems when they
Get caught.
no, they're going to go to Monster Palooza, and they're going to be at Monster Palooza, and
All the licenses are going to be walking around there, dude.
Sideshow are there, basically.
Yeah, they're fucked then.
So I think it's a really stupid move for them. If they are,
if they ain't licensed, they should stay away from that place.
There is
people walking around there.
There is a really small percentage, like a really, really small percentage, but it's not impossible. There is a really small percentage they could be licensed only in China.
Oh, okay.
But, that is a really, really small chance. So, yeah, it's very unlikely. But if they're putting themselves across as a licensed company and they're going to Monster Palooza and Sideshow are there, you're fucking blown with fire. You really are. And also, I mean, they have a Sideshow group. Rewind. They have a Facebook group which they just made secret. Which, if you are a licensed company, you ain't doing that.
No, don't do that.
So yeah. We just had a question. Ben Hizzle, do you remember anyone doing having a licensed statue based on the art of Bernie Wrightson? I don't recall any. I think he does some stuff for like Walking Dead and stuff like that. Didn't he? He did a lot of horror stuff. Again, Monster Palooza is a place you're probably going to want to look at for things like that. But I'm not really that familiar. But I do think it is something to do with horror, off the top of my head.
Coming in.
So as someone who is very new to this, I'm wondering about commercial fan art. Is it something accepted? Does the property holder try to shut it down? Basically, the fan art side, there's been a real crackdown lately, and you can't be speak about it as openly and as freely as you could before. But that's also there's a lot of elements to it where you don't want to speak about certain ones in case it does stitch up people and get them companies more aware of them. So it's a bit of a balance, but I mean, there's always I'm not going to go into the whole fan art thing because I wrote.
Dude, that's a 2-hour chat.
Well, here's a whole thing. I actually wrote like a list of bullet points of the pros and cons of fan art from every point of view. So from Sideshow's point of view, from collector's point of view, and from the person making the fan art's point of view. And I did all the pros and cons, and it was like, I don't know, it must have been about 300 bullet points. So it's not a simple thing, but
it's not black and white, is it?
It's not. But the thing is about it is
some people will see it as black and white, but that's the way that people are. Some people feel like it's not licensed, I'm not putting my money into it. People will say, it's copyrighted, it's stolen IP, it's all the rest of it. And at the end of the day, their argument is completely sound. Their argument is sound. You can't argue with them and say that they're full of shit, they don't know what they're talking about. That is their argument. Some people are just like that. Some people ain't going to watch a fucking copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Some people are not going to watch pirated films or music or anything like that.
That was the first pirate movie I ever saw.
Yeah, that's why I said it, because it's the same. It was the first pirate movie I ever saw. I think we must have done it together on VHS.
Probably.
But like I say, that's my point. It's like there's always a line for whoever,
Yeah.
Some people, it's the same with recasted stuff. Some people will just be like, well, it's for me. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And that's the situation. That's how it is. At the end of the day, you can't, none of us have a right to tell sort of other people what they should collect and what they shouldn't collect. I mean, as group leaders and people that run pages and do what we do, it's a bit of a different story because we have to sometimes put a line somewhere. Otherwise, no one knows where the fuck anyone is. So it's
hard from certain angles because you are, as much as you like it or don't like it, you're an influencer. So you need to have a stance on it, which kind of is in the best interest of,
everybody.
But it is tough. And there are a lot of
I'm sick
conversations.
of looking at this shit.
There's conversations that go behind the scenes that, you know, yeah. Anywho, then these are just some fan art Final Fantasy VII pieces, which I think are fucking awesome. So I just wanted to show those. Not for you, but I do love them. Love the golden chocobo. I love the chocobo. Tifa, Ares, Cloud, save point, all of that.
Literally have no fucking idea of any of this shit you just said.
Well, then you sit there and you shut up and be quiet when you don't know what it is, all right?
Scooby, what's happening now?
All right, so yeah, they're awesome. I think Tifa's face got a bit fucked up, but anyway, this is then a fan art Wolverine that's coming out, sculpted by Franco Carlissimo. I don't know about this one. I mean, like, I like certain parts about it, but then I think it's still under the works. I just think some of the proportions look a bit weird to me, but it might be the angle.
It's going to be very difficult to and also as well, Wolverine's a nightmare. Wolverine in certain comics looks fucking ridiculous, and other I mean, you can't talk about proportions with Wolverine and even start talking sense, because to be honest with you, it's like, you know, it's just a walking joke, the whole thing. So, you know, there is no line when it comes to Wolverine of how big, you know, his ratio for triceps are, or his lats versus his chest, or how deep or wide or thin or lean. It's just really impossible. I mean, like in some pictures of Wolverine in comics, his thighs are like 40 inches and his waist is about 3. So, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not, you know.
Well, his arm is bigger than his head there.
Yeah. But that's like I say, yeah, I mean, the thing is with these things I find hard as well is, like, I really love the ninjas, like you know, I really love the render and the concept. I saw the statue recently on a review, and I was incredibly disappointed in how
it seems to be quite muted.
I just didn't like it at all. There wasn't really many elements of it. It just looked awkward, and it just didn't look nice. And it was a shame, because when I saw the concept, I thought it was one of the best concept Wolverines I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So, you know, some things just don't translate as well, and that happens in reverse too. So you can look at this picture and say, you know, I don't get it. I don't think it's going to work. The proportions are off. It looks a bit imbalanced. But then when the statue comes out, it could look fucking unbelievable.
Well, that happened with the fan art Carnage. I mean, the fan art Carnage with the doppelganger on the base. I was like, man, look at that. The doppelganger's tiny. The Carnage is this. Oh, no, I don't like that. No, this is that. No. Come out, and I was like, fuck. You know, it's damn it. You know, so
that's the point, isn't it? That's it.
I'm not. I mean, some things about this I'm not a fan of on this. Really, I just think that I think the proportions are just weird. Again, it could just be the angles. I just find his arm is fucking massive, but then again, that could be perspective. His chest is massive.
I have to be honest with you though. This, you know, I find this sort of, you know, I like people who go out there and try to do something different and try to make. I like that. That's the sort of thing that, you know, with Franco, I love about his stuff is none of his pieces look like anybody else's pieces. I like that about him. And
I as a sculptor, there are a lot of pieces I love that he does.
Yeah, but I always like his concepts and his design, his ideas, because I think that he thinks about things from a completely different perspective, and I enjoy that. Personally, it's not my style, but I'm sure that loads of people will love it. Loads of Wolverine fans will be fucking creaming over this, and rightly so. If you like it, Merry Christmas.
I don't like that classic head either. It doesn't go with that body.
No, it looks like it's got a tiny pea head.
Warhawk Legend is asking if Sideshow will ever distribute XM. No. Basically, no. It's nothing. And Nick, your answers, you know, doesn't. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's it won't kill their sales, because if Sideshow distribute XM, Sideshow are going to basically get like 50% or whatever of it. So, you know, it's not about the money. I just think that there's some things that happen in the background that they don't get along. So it's not happening. Did Franco sculpt this from scratch, or did he touch it up? I don't know. I just Jembin's asking if Franco sculpted it or if he touched it up. I don't know. I just saw that his name was attached to it when it was posted. if you know that he only touched it up, then put in the comments. But
Happens so
I just saw
many projects.
Franco Carlissimo Wolverine. That's all I saw. So yeah. So yeah, there's that. So again, I like this different, but again, I think it needs a little bit of work. It's hard to tell from these because they look like they've still got a lot of time to go into them. Okay, Jedmin is saying that he thought he read something like that, but he's not 100%. So this might be a touch up from Franco.
Could be.
If Cassie's in the house, he should know. Then you got the Green Lantern by Tweetheads. So this is a 1/6 scale museum pose.
I like this. This has taken some good elements from the Sideshow premium format and made it better.
Well, I mean, you got to remember this is like the XM one is going to be more of an action pose, and this is the more of a museum pose. And there's more displayable. You've got the construct on the bottom, which looks like a couple of guns. Yeah. So you got that going on, and that in 1/6 scale, you can get away with so much more than you can with quarter scale. I mean, it looks like he's got like the chains for the bullets there coming out of his ring. It's cool. But then once you go like that, it looks like what is that, the regular version? I mean, I'm assuming that's like the exclusive, and that's like the regular. That looks a bit boring now, without the construct being shown. I mean, like, yeah, it looks a bit boring there. But again, I like that. I do like that.
I like Tweethead. I like some of the stuff they come up with. It's very like this stuff.
The Tweethead's Joker and the Tweethead Harley with the button.
Yeah,
they look great. They look really nice. So yeah, you got that. Definitely check that out. Another Wolverine, another Wolverine on ninjas. So you got this one.
Who's this by? Oh, you can't tell me, can you?
No, I can't tell you. So yeah, there's parts of this I like as well, but I mean, I like elements.
I don't like anything. I don't like anything about it.
No. I mean,
there's a problem why. I mean, this is probably why sometimes I shouldn't do chats, because I just
upset everybody.
Do you know what it is? I just can't lie.
Yeah.
I can't. This is why, like, anybody that turns around and tries to claim, X when it's Y, you're barking up the wrong tree, because I just can't fucking lie for shit, and I don't care enough about anybody or anything to lie. Even in my real life, even in my personal life, I deal with people every day, and they come in and like, how did I do this or how did I do that?
Yeah.
And if it's bad, I'd be like, it's fucking awful. Yeah. Like, it was terrible. I'm disappointed. That's how it goes. I just can't lie. For me,
which piece you want me to zoom in on? Sorry.
I just can't.
Yeah, but that's the thing about doing it, is you got to be, I'm the thing about me is I can't lie because I'm a terrible liar. So if I'm lying about something, you're going to know quite quickly if I'm saying something's fantastic and I'm lying about it.
This, you know what I mean? It's like we're just talking about like how Carlissimo or who, it's like a different concept. This is another sort of similar type of concept. It's more red ninjas with shurikens and things sticking in sort of. It's basically got XM's base.
Yeah.
And it's got Franco Carlissimo's ninjas, and it looks like it has Iron Studios Wolverine jumping out at it. It's just it's a combination of other people's work stuck together. That's how it looks, which is like, you know what I mean? I just don't see any originality. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not easy to come up with like different concepts all the time. It's not easy, especially with Wolverine, because there's loads of them. There's so many of them, but for me, that I could just see so many other people's sort of signature in that piece. Why am I back here with this? What are you doing now?
I don't know why Divine wanted a close up on the neck, but I think he was fucking around.
Looks like Luch.
He wishes. No, I agree.
You've got that sort of like metal face coming through, which reminds me pretty much of Carlissimo's one.
Yeah.
Then you've got the arrows in the body, which is, who's that other guy that did all that with all the arrows in him?
Oh, you know who did that. Mr. Ocean.
Ah, yes.
I mean, the thing about all these Wolverines is, I totally agree. A few people have said there's just too many Wolverines, and I totally and utterly agree with that. I am a massive Wolverine fan. I'm a huge, huge Wolverine fan, and I personally, out of the 30 or 40 Wolverines that have been released, licensed and unlicensed, whichever scale, so quarter scale to say, I don't think there is a perfect quarter scale Wolverine out there.
But people need to stop trying.
Well, there's certain people who just fucking regurgitate the same fucking shit every time. But anyway,
I mean, I really like them. Is it resin work that I really like?
well, yeah, Resin Works,
Exactly.
but the thing is over time, Resin Works had a lot of leaning issues.
Of all the Wolverines that I've seen, like in pictures and things, I really like that one.
And then what
That
happened
was
was,
one I
I mean, I don't think we're meant to say the name, but the thing about it was, I mean, the thing is an old piece, and that company, I'm doing the inverted comma thing, they're not around anymore. So, but they released, I think, 50, and then they were going to release another 50, and the first 50 all leaned over time. And in the second batch, I don't think they did all of the 50. So there's probably only like 85 or whatever out there to say.
yeah.
And then someone made a recast of it, but they made like a switch out body with a stand.
Oh, okay.
For the recast, they actually made a whole new body. And the actual recasts were pretty good. And what happened is the recasted one had like an edition size of, someone told me they did like 600 of them. And it totally killed the Resin Works one, because the Resin Works one, literally, there's like 30 of them out there.
They're legitimate.
And so it just kind of like I lost interest in it totally, because I was like, well, out of all the ones that are out there, I'm either going to get a recast or a fucking leaner. So yeah. And when I say leaner, I don't mean, my ex-girlfriend or your sister. So, and then you got the XM Studios Alien. This is the big chap dome head. This piece is fucking amazing. This piece is so fucking good. No, Emperor, there were more than 100, buddy. He's the Emperor said there's 100 recasts made there. I heard that there were like hundreds and hundreds of recasts made. I spoke to someone who was talking to the factories, and there were hundreds of them made. So yeah, so this is the big chap dome, and then also still the big chap dome. This one, I love this one. When I saw this added on afterwards, I was just like, oh my god, this is going to be so hard to turn down now. Really, really hard to turn down. This piece is so nice. And then there's the warrior head. I actually had the prototype of this in my house. When XM Studios were in London, they needed to send the Alien to Germany, but Georgia had already done his shipment, and they missed him. So they asked me if they could send it to my house, and it came to my house in 2 boxes. And little Alexa was like, I said to her, "Can I open it up and make sure it's okay, and maybe do a little video?" And she was like, "No," and I was like, "Okay." So I'm not going to argue with like a little angry Asian woman, because
Yeah, I wouldn't. She'd fucking kick you in the throat.
I've dated a few Asian women, and they are fucking crazy, so you don't want to upset them. This piece again, I mean, wow, absolutely wow. I mean, if I was to get one of the Alien or the Predator, or from XM Studios, I'd be all over this one. And again, with the big chap head on it, definitely. I think they need to do a stand for the. They need to do some kind of stand for the warrior head. I think with the price point you're paying,
It should be displayed.
yeah, for the price point you're paying and the size of it, and the detailing on that, you're going to want to display it next to it. They need to do a bust to display that with for sure, 100%.
Even if it's like a hive style and the head just sits on the top of it, that's still enough.
Yeah, or like a hive style, or like some kind of Geiger ship that they've got there.
Exactly. So in something with that similar design, you don't have to do a whole new bust. It's probably easier though, just to, recast your own bust and just stick it fucking on that.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it's something they should do. And again, with that price point, I think it's like €1,500 if you're buying it from Giorgio. So if you're buying it from Heroes, it's going to be like $1,500. So €1,500. So it's a lot. It's not cheap. So I think they need to do that to give them people that opportunity to display that bust as well. Then you have in there old Jonesy in the vent at the back, which is a nice little Easter egg.
Yeah, nice touch that.
And then yeah, that's pretty nice. Really cool piece. Again,
crazy.
Yeah, when I first saw this, it was so funny. I saw this unpainted, and it was all held up. It was like held up by little fucking wooden dowels and bits of string. And I literally looked at it, and I was like, I did a video, and I think I was pretty much like, oh yeah, here's this. Now, oh my god, look at the predator. Oh wow, the predator. Oh, look at the paint on this. Here's the alien. All right, next piece. And then just moved on, went past it because it was unpainted, and as I say, with all the fucking pieces of dowel, it was just. Yeah, but then once Golf Studios painted this up, a Thai company, they fucking blew it. They fucking done an amazing job.
Killed it.
Well, they painted it up and then Sang touched it up afterwards,
Killed it, man. Killed it.
There's the vent, so covered and not.
Cat looks a little cartoony for me.
Still. I do think so as well. I do think the Sideshow one is actually not that bad.
The Sideshow one's better. They need to fix that cut up a little bit. It's a little bit fat and cartoony. It don't work.
Yeah. Or fat
if you put the vent on it, it's fine. But if you're displaying it like that, where you can actually see the cat, you see like that.
The thing is when you put the vent on, it blocks the eyes. So the eyes are gold because the eyes are what shines through. Archangel, no man, I got rid of that fucking egg. Jesus, the big alien egg. Yeah, God, that wasn't Archangel. That actually wasn't even mine. That was a guy in Saudi Arabia, in the United Arab Emirates, as a collector, Nabil, and he bought it, and it was too expensive to ship to him, so he left it in my house for about 6 months and then sold it. So, yeah, so I had it for like 6 months just on display. This is the Finch Batman by XM Studios. So basically, they've updated some of the paintwork on it, so it's gone more like that.
That's cool.
It's more like a kind of rock look now.
That's cool. Instead of smoke.
Instead of like a smoky, it's got like more like a rocky kind of. Yeah.
Do you like it?
I actually do. I do. Yeah.
I like it.
I do like it. I don't like all those fucking stars they put all over the picture. I hate it when people do that. Then you've got the 1/6 scale cyborg. So this is part of the DC, I think it's Rebirth line that XM are doing. So these are the ones that they have, which are like the kind of action poses going on. So yeah, looking forward to seeing that painted up. And they also then decided that they were going to add another head for the Megatron. I don't like the new head. I really don't like the new head. The head on the left is the new head. Apparently, it looks more classic, but
go closer.
I don't like it.
Go closer. Yeah, I prefer the one on the right, but then again, I'm not. Yeah, I prefer the one on the right, but I'm not I'm not a big enthusiast. So I upset a lot of people with Transformers because because I'm not as in touch with I don't really care about as much as other people. So, and in fairness, they have got a point. They you know what I mean. If they want it a certain way and they've studied it and they know it, you got to fucking listen. I'm just like, I like that better. But that's just how it is.
Tito, no, we haven't got any cable pictures from Sideshow. that we can show.
What we have and what we can show you are two very different things, my friend.
That's it. Das ist das, Gio.
Oh, das ist fantastisch. Wunderbar, wunderbar.
All right, so.
Old school times, man. 3-hour chat. Motherfucker.
That's all we've done. Oh, we've still got like, Jesus, we're still on 93 followers. We went up to, when I looked, we were on 106, I think we got to. The other day when I was on my own, we got to like 130 or so. I did look through on our 12 days of Sideshow. We were on 176 people watching live.
Nice.
Yeah, not bad at all. Can't complain about that for sure. Why is there no Riddler on the Batman Dream piece? Well, the thing is about it was, you know, some people had to get the cut. I'm afraid, you know, they it was drawn.
There is actually, when you think about it as well, in a few different ways. There is also when you're thinking about like a piece, you have things like that where you say to yourself, "Oh, you've got like, you know, really iconic characters that you want to see," and Riddler is definitely one of the pieces that should be there, in my opinion. But then there's other parts of it which is like, you know, they're either similar framed. So like the Scarecrow, for example, is like greenish looking, thin. You know, it's like one of them sort of characters where you don't really want them replicated. You want them to sort of stand out. So you've got a few hotties in there, and then you've got the monsters, and then you've got the Scarecrow. You've got some like more, I would say, identifiable in terms of like difference. Like as an artistic point of view, you know, the Riddler is just a man in a green sort of latex, you know, lycra sort of suit, whereas in, you know, you have like the Scarecrow, and you've got, you know, all them textures, and you've got Iceman, and you've got all them textures, and you've got like Clayface and fucking Bat, you know, Man Bat, and all them other things. They just add so much more of a dynamic that way. So, you know, I don't think Raz is in there either, is he?
Nah, Ra's al Ghul isn't in there. I mean, there's 12.
There's loads of iconic characters missing. But I don't.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, the thing is, Killer, is it Killer Croc isn't in there?
Tails in there. Killer Croc's tail is in there. That's what I was told by XM's people. There's a Killer Croc tail in the back. Apparently,
I don't think that's right.
Maybe Oddjob was pulling my fucking leg.
Maybe. Let me go through because like there's an overhead picture of it here. I do not recall a towel in there at all. Nah, he's full of shit.
Fucking hat throwing piece of fuck.
Basically, I mean, yeah, I mean, I heard some of what Gio said, and basically, it's all to do with contrast of colours, and basically, David Finch was given instruction to do the diorama. He drew it, and I can't remember the other guy. I feel really bad because there is another guy involved, but you know, does Killer Croc even have a tail?
Of course, he does.
Are you sure you're not talking about Lizard?
I'm sure Killer Croc has a tail. In some depictions, it has a tail.
I don't know. Someone's saying here, does he have a tail? And I'm actually now thinking, I think George is full of shit.
If you're playing the game, I don't think he has a tail. But I think if you're playing the game, no. But I'm thinking comic-wise, I think he does.
Apparently, the tail was there originally, but they replaced it with Bane. But again, I thought Bane was on the original artwork.
Yeah, I remember Bane being there from day one.
The thing about it is Bane was like, can we expect a unboxing review of Batman Samurai? Sorry, Batgirl Samurai. Don't know anyone who's got it.
No.
Unless James Irwin gets his ass up here from fucking Brighton.
Get up
I just sent you a Batman poster, so yeah, that's your fucking payment to get your ass up here and we'll do the unboxing.
Sadly, the myth of us getting XM pieces in for free is untrue. So we can't unbox pieces that we don't actually pay for.
Dead Cool Paul.
Nice.
Basically, that was actually meant to happen. Is Bane was meant to take Bane? They swapped over in when they were doing the concept. They swapped Bane for Clayface, so they had like Bane over Batman's kind of shoulder, and then they put Clayface on the floor where Bane is. And the problem with that was Clayface looked like a pile of shit. That's basically what they said. They said they swapped it over. They looked at the 3D, and Clayface just looked like a pile of like a cow dung. So they had to change it back. But again, it's all to do with like contrast, color, and they want to also they want to respect the artwork that David Finch has done. They don't want to change it too much because they were really happy with his design. He is the artist, and they don't want to like go, well, actually, we're going to put this one there, that one there, this there, up there, add that.
Change
So,
Scarecrow.
So
Change
they did really do that. Ed, dude, you're relentless, man. It's more, or basically, Cable by Sideshow is more comic book than XM, but it's still got the typical Sideshow jazzing up of the suit. You know, that's all I can say, really.
Don't say anymore.
Okay. Secret Sentry has the back cover, I'm assuming that is. I've Killer Croc and Killer Croc doesn't have a tail. Have you seen the new Sideshow Daredevil? Really want to see that new Daredevil in person. I do actually really, really like it. Also,
I liked it from day one, from concept. I thought it was amazing.
I want to say that Daniel Bell. I've always been a big fan of Daniel Bell from a lot of his pieces he did for XM Studios. But I saw a post the other day, and Brandon Guerrero can be a bit of a fucking dickhead sometimes. And he was posting about Daredevil and about he doesn't like this or that. I mean, Brendan was actually okay in that post, to be honest with you. Take that back. But Daniel Bell actually handled the post really, really well. When I read through the post, I was like, oh, this guy's classy. This guy's really classy. He was trying to, he wasn't trying to do it in a way where he was justifying his choices. He was just explaining them. But he did it in a really good way where he was saying about the suit, the decision of the suit, where it's got the parts where the panels. Yeah, so it's got the parts with the kind of like the breathable material.
Yeah, of course.
So that's more where you need it flexible and where you're going to sweat more. And then he was going like, the way he was explaining it was really good. He said he based stuff on other things, and he went into a real big description about it. Actually, it was a really good post. And again, the way he handled it, I thought was really good. He wasn't being. Sometimes
you boring as fuck. Daredevil suit is boring as fuck.
I mean, sometimes you get artists. But I'm saying, but sometimes you get artists who get really defensive if people ask a question about something.
But do you respect that in some ways? Because there's a lot of work, you know.
No, I don't.
It's not a lot of work for me to sit here. It's my time.
No, I get
it. For me to sit here and go, I don't like this and I don't like that and I don't like the other. That's very easy. People have spent like thousands of man hours trying to get things right. That you just need to be aware that that's the case. So when people get upset about it, you don't be like a non-understanding human being. You just have to be like, okay, I get that you're upset about it, and I understand where you're coming from.
I get that, but the thing is like from the other point of view, is like I understand that people spend 1,000 hours, just 1,000 hours. They spend 1,000 hours on that piece, and that is a lot of time and things like that. But there is the other element of when you're in the public eye, you're always going to get. You have to then learn to take the positive and the negative. And Brendan can be a pain in the fucking ass, but I'm just saying that from that comment, the way he dealt with it, it was a really respectful response. And no, of course, I'm not
class act guy.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just saying that when I read through, I was like, the positive comments and thoughts I had about him were backed up by me reading his response. That's all I kind of wanted to say by it.
But it's just a level of human understanding to just be like, okay, you got to give some artists some slack. I mean, I talk to a few myself too, and I get it. I get where they're coming from. I get the passion and the time and everything else. I mean, it's how it goes, I guess. It's but you're right. I mean, there is the other element of it, which is you know what, it's in the public domain and people are going to talk about it. They have every right to their opinion. But then you have another part of it, which is like, well, just because it's in the public domain doesn't give everyone a right to just take shots at you. You know, there's so many arguments, there's so many angles to that argument that you could be here all fucking day. See, me, I'm a little bit more of a lateral thinker. See, I don't like to attack something head on always. I like to sort of have a little think about how I'm going to dismantle something. And then
I think as well, there is sometimes you have to kind of analyze who is making the comments sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, that's the whole other thing, which probably after drinking quite a lot of whiskey, it's probably not really the best time to try and get into that debate. So, but I don't know. Punisher XS says that artists shouldn't be too sensitive. I don't agree with that at all, because the kind of people, this is generalizing hugely, the kind of people who are artists are very passionate about their work and about what they do, so they are going to be very sensitive about it.
We upset a lot of people, man. We upset a lot of people, man. Shit.
Oh, we get.
We get thrown out of groups all the time for these type of chats. Literally,
I get so much shit because of some of the stuff George says, and they're too pussy to go to George, and they come to me instead, and they say, "Why doesn't George like my green fucking dust cloth? You know how fluffy this dust cloth is? It's really fluffy, and when you wipe the screen with it, it really takes the dust off. So why doesn't George like it?" I'm like, why are you talking to me about this fucking dust cloth? If George doesn't like the dust cloth, you go fucking talk to George. Jesus Christ, man. And that's literally what I have to deal with. I have to pick up your shit, and I'm going to dust my screen because I just spat all over it.
I think that dust cloth looks like crap.
This is a microfiber fucking cloth, and it is the shit. And when you're here filming and you ask me for this, next time, fucking
Where's the pink one? Where's the pink one?
It's in the wash.
Ah, good.
There was a spinach. There was a spinach.
All you can ever do is just be honest and say what you think. But at the same time, it's up to people to make their mind up on everything that they could. I mean, it's also really hard as well when you've seen so much over the years. I mean, some people will bring up like a review that we did 4 or 5 years ago, and they'll say, you said it's the best piece you've ever seen. They'll be like, yeah, but you've seen that review now. I did that 5 years ago. I've seen like 10,000 other pieces since then. So obviously, it isn't the best I've ever seen now, but at the time, it was the best I saw at the time.
Well, that's the thing, is about, like, it's always to do with your mindset at that moment in time. And the thing about it was, when we started doing our videos, I mean, what you have to remember is, I don't know what it's at now, but like last time I looked, we were on like 1,300 videos. That is a lot of content. I mean, Jem has been putting out like 10 videos a day since he started. I don't think he's on 1,300 yet. He's probably going to take over us soon.
Be tomorrow.
Like that is a lot of videos, and there's always going to be something that someone can find to basically say, look, you said this and that fucking that day, and it's always going to be like, but then someone else said it as well. I mean, Punisher XS basically said, yeah, there is always that thing about there's opinion and there's fact, but there are people out there in this hobby who seem to think their opinion is fact. And they seem to think that they've been in the hobby for 10, 15 years. They've been there longer than you because you haven't bought your first premium format yet, that their opinion is so much more important than yours. And that is the kind of attitude and the people that we don't want in RaddTitan. Even if you don't own a piece, you can still give your view on this Spider-Man. It's a subjective thing. It's art.
Completely.
It's not like, I'm not going to like go here and go, this Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man ever. Fact. It's not fact because it's an opinion. I don't think. Also,
that comment that you just made, right?
Sorry, Omar just says your Shin Akuma review haunts me. Yeah, because you just lost $1,000 off your fucking Shin Akuma.
Alex, here's the difference, right? Here's the difference. The guy that comes in, like you just said, who doesn't have a statue that wants to talk about it, right? What does that create? It creates a conversation. What does this Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man fact? What does that do? It stops a conversation. We should be looking at talking to people and talking together. We shouldn't be looking about shutting anyone up, because that's not what this is about. The whole point of the RaddTitan group, and I think every group and every sort of channel out there, is to create content and to have some conversation with people, because there's people I know that are my friends I see outside of here that go to work and none of their people know what they collect or what they do. There are people out there I know, speak to online, that go, I've got no one else to talk to. I've got no one else I can ask about, like, do you think this is worth buying, or do you think this is worth seeing? And, you know, that makes me sad. It makes me really sad, because I think to myself, these are the type of people that need to have these groups, that need to be able to talk to people on PM and in Facebook and everywhere else. As soon as you shush them and go, this is it, fact, I don't want to hear anything else, that's it, it's finished. The whole point of it is over. It's finished. You might as well just forget it. Might as well just keep the group closed and just put a picture up and say, this is the best, this is the best, this is the best. If you don't think so, fuck yourself. Don't know what we're talking about. You know, you never see us be saying, oh, you know, well, we've seen this many more pieces than you, and we speak to this many more artists than you, and we've been in this game so much longer than you, and we've done this many reviews. How many have you done? You just can't do that, because the truth of the matter is that whether you've seen 1,000 pieces or you've seen 5, your opinion is still going to be your opinion. It doesn't really matter. The only difference is once you've seen 1,000 pieces, you can get a bit of a snobby bastard about it, to be honest. That's the only thing. The more you do, the more you get to please, and that's that. I mean,
I've actually seen more pieces than you, so my opinion is more valid.
This is very true. You 100% have seen more pieces than me. There's no question. You are one of the few people that I know that has. But that, do you know what it is? It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, me and you are going to see it one statue. We're going to look at it up and down, and you're going to say A, and I'm going to say B. And that is the situation. That is life. And you know what the great thing about that is the conversation that happens where you meet in the middle, find some respect. That's the best part. The rest of it is all shit that don't matter.
That's the thing, is, I mean, like, within the group, one of my most disliked comments that anyone says is their default comment that, for some reason say croaking all of a sudden spikes in value, triples in value. Now this is a $2,000 piece ever, and then someone comes in and I post this and go, this piece is the best piece of 2019. This is fucking amazing, blah blah blah. Someone comes in and goes, it's a piece of shit, and I say, you don't like it because you can't afford it. That is the comment I fucking despise more than any comment in this hobby. And you see that in the comic side as well, CGC comic side. The thing about statues is, I haven't worked for a year. I could still go out tomorrow and buy any statue that's been made, pretty much, other than some of the bronze ones. But I can just go. They're not unattainable prices. They are the piece that's going to be like, what's the most expensive piece? Doom on Throne, or the Comiquettes, or the Cinema Kits?
Maybe some of the maybe about 5K, five, maybe 10K.
Yeah, okay. To just say for argument's sake, something's 10K. Yeah. $10,000 is like about £8,000. That is not. I mean, that's a lot of money, but it's not unattainable. You could go and stick down a credit card if you really, really wanted to. You could get a $10,000 credit limit if you're that way inclined, and pay it off. We don't recommend that. RaddTitan does not recommend it, but we've got to do that small print thing, don't we? And the thing about that is, then, like, in the CGC world, that is a whole nother ball game, because that you got then like Action fucking Comics, which is like $2 million. So it's a whole nother thing. But in the statue world, when someone says you're saying that because you can't afford it, that really pisses me off. And in all honesty, if someone says that in RaddTitan, and if they're being serious about it, they're probably going, I'm going to present it to the mods, and I'll wait and see what Vass says. And then Vass is good, because Vass is the only one who responds. And
Nick's good. Chad's
I'm
good.
joking. But no, that's my most hated comment anyway. Sorry.
I mean, I think it's hard because it's a comment that it doesn't really have any validity. Because, like you say, it's 10 grand. I spend more on a car.
Oh, wait a minute, mate. Comrade Rand. I mean, there's a difference between opinion and that is actually fact. You can't say that. He said he doesn't like God of War.
Oh, he's gone. We'll find him. Which one? All of them.
Comrade Rand is getting muted. I'm joking. 2 or 3 years ago, I was new to collecting. New collector who had bought a statue, who hadn't bought a statue yet. Alex and Gio treated me with respect and had conversations with me about questions I had, and they didn't blow me. And okay,
sure.
Well, and act like snobs because I was a noob. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is, I mean, you know, we have actually slacked a lot lately, and I blame George Jr. But we have actually let a lot of comments go unanswered for a lot longer on YouTube. But we had a fucking run of nothing unanswered for like literally since we started. We had like a 5-year run of not everything answered, unless you're a dickhead and it was a stupid question. But we answer it. We try and answer absolutely everything on YouTube.
Thing is, we sadly we were in your shoes. Never forget that. We didn't just wake up one morning, come downstairs and have fucking 35, 40, 50, 60 statues and seen all these statues and been on all these places. We weren't. We started the same way, the same humble way. We looked online, we looked at videos, we followed others, we read others. We watched Lou and Vic chat. We watched, you know, we wanted to do our own thing. We started our exactly the same. And I tell you something, we know better than most people that when you send messages out to people for advice and you get fucking aired, it is horrible and you feel like crap. You absolutely, and we've both experienced it firsthand, reaching out to these so-called guys that think their opinion is so much better than yours. And when you say, look, dude, you know, I just watched your video on this. I'm really interested in maybe purchasing this. You know, what advice would you give me? And you just get nothing. It's just like, fuck, do you know what I mean? That's a horrible experience. It is a horrible experience. And I think, you know, those are the type of people that are on it for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I mean, like, you know, the thing is obviously people collect for different reasons. So other people, you know, when we started, you have to look at the reviews that were out when we started were basically people reviewing a lot of pieces to protect their investment, and that was kind of the way it was. The reason why when we started, people kind of like, yeah, we kind of we took off slowly. You know, we didn't take off quickly, but we gained very steady growth. And the thing about it was the reason why is because we said what we thought. The thing is, even if I said, yeah, I just paid £500 for that, but it's a piece of shit. This I don't like this, don't like this, don't like this. And we would say what we didn't like. And the thing was, is most other people were like, yeah, everything's perfect, everything's beautiful, everything's great. Oh, this is the best Spider-Man ever. I fucking love this piece. I'm never going to get rid of this. This is the best Spider-Man. This is definitive. This is like Steve Ditko to the max, whatever. And then 2 weeks later, this is up for sale for £1,000, even though I just paid, you know, it's up for sale for a stupid amount of money. And that was like a pattern with a lot of the people who were doing that at the time. So when we were doing it, it was kind of unheard of to speak a lot freely about these things.
Right, there are a lot more people that do it now, which I like.
Who did you follow back then? In the beginning, one of the first people I followed is probably one of the biggest fucking dickheads in the whole hobby. So one of the first people I watched was BMR. So I actually, in all fairness, his production value is great. His camera, the setup is really good. But whenever I watch his videos, I have to mute him because the guy is a fucking bellend. And I can't stand him. But the thing is the same thing, is everything is great. The funniest one I ever remember is he did a video about Keaton Batman. And if you think I'm monotone, which I kind of am. He is like, oh my God, this is the Keaton Batman. This is the most excited I've ever been for a piece ever. Oh my God, I cannot believe I have it in. It's almost like a fucking speak and spell talking, you know, Jesus. But, you know, he was one of the first people. Statue Hunter 75, again, the same kind of bullshit where he seems to just talk about it to invest, you know, his own shit. Later on, once we started doing the reviews, it was more. Then we got into Lou and Victor, because Victor said what the fuck he thought. Victor was fucking like savage and said exactly what he thought about pieces, and that was why Victor was highly respected.
And
missed for sure, both of them, Lou and Vic. One of the people I did actually watch early on was I did watch Mad X, and I always thought he was quite arrogant, and something about him I don't know, something didn't really click with me with him. But the thing is, now I actually do talk to him quite a lot now, and I got to take it back. I think it's just the way. It's just the way he is. He's just very blunt, and he's quite sarcastic for someone who lives in America. And I don't think it translates it to Americans very well. But actually, yeah, Francois.
I watched that other guy. Is it iRobot One? Robot One?
Oh yeah. But he was a British guy as well, though, wasn't he?
I think so. The people I remember watching.
He was well early. He was really early on.
Robot One was him.
Robot Online.
Robot Online. Yeah, that was it.
Kevin Dukes, wasn't it?
Kevin Dukes. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I watched him, and the other guy that I really like as well. I don't see many videos from him anymore, but he's like a German guy. I think he runs Statue Collectors, the group. I can't remember his name. Christian.
Christian is, I don't mean it as an insult, but his voice is so soothing.
Yeah, he's lovely.
Darth Chris DK.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think
Yeah,
his videos were, for me, they were the most beautiful.
Yeah.
They're always very beautifully shot, bright, very colourful, and he's very calm. He was one of my favourites, actually. Probably still is my favourite reviewer today, actually.
Also, I mean, like early on. Sorry, Eric, which comment are you talking about, buddy? One of the other ones. Sorry, someone's saying that Mad X is the only one with 1 million views on one vid. Dead Cool Paul. No, that's not actually true. Last time I checked, his video, had 12.5 million views on one video. And that is for the Sideshow Optimus Prime. He had 12.5 million views. Again, this is probably up to like 13, 14 now.
Amazing.
That is more than
something to be incredibly proud of, I think.
That is more than, like, if you take him out of the equation, that's more than probably the rest of the top 10 like statue reviewers all put together in that one video. And the fucker weren't even trying as well. I've actually spoken to him about it, and I don't know if he was trying to wind me up, but he said, "Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know." And I was like, "Yeah, check it out." And I sent it to him. He goes, "Oh, wow, last time I checked, it had like 200 views or whatever." I'm like, "Fucking asshole." but yeah, Carlos. After like the beginning, but after we started, Carlos had the best videos. Carlos's videos that I watched, I think he actually deleted them all, which I don't know why, but he had these videos of himself destroying his 1/6 scale boxes in the most dramatic way ever each time. So he paid someone, I don't know if he gave him like $100 or whatever he gave him, to run over like a load of his boxes with a steamroller. And he done it where he got like a fucking bow and arrow and he was shooting them. He done loads of those and they were fucking so cool. You know, when
he's lovely, that game as well. He's a really nice guy, Carlos.
But I think, as I say, after we started, I mean, more people I felt after we started opened up a lot more, you know. And the funny thing about it is I watched a video by Batman Collector, Chris Michael, and he did the shout out to like all the channels he watches, and basically we were the oldest channel that he mentioned, so that was really nice. He sort of said you're RaddTitan, been around a long time, and gave us a shout out. And then all of the other ones he mentioned were like newer channels. It made me feel a bit old, but yeah, because obviously now, I mean, you've got a lot of guys. I mean, fucking Stephen, like he came out and Stephen's just fucking dominating. He's just like got way
Dude,
above,
that
taking
guy,
over everyone.
that guy is Mike Tyson the fuck out of it. Just like, oh, just come in and just KO the fuck. I mean, do you know what's worse as well? What really like fucking what pickles my egg, right? You like
Pickles your egg.
what pickles my egg, right? Is man it fucking comes out and it's just like fucking crazy growth, and it's amazing, and he works hard, man. He grinds, he puts out a lot of content, and he come, you know what I mean? He's come hard at it. It's amazing just how many. I mean, he's like a year in and 20K. It's like fuck it. So it's 5
21.
years, and we were to get
21. Just went over 21.
yeah, it's like shit on my gameplay. I mean, you know what? The difference is, man, it's for me. I just feel proud for him. I just feel happy for him because I think that's I think that's great to be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't think Dyke as well. I mean, we've I've spoken about Gem Mint to a lot of people, very highly. I like Gem. I mean, went out for drinks with him, which was
that's why I fucked you right up.
Yeah, well, basically, I'm not going to go into it again because Brendan said the story 50 times. But basically, like, it was myself, PJ, Brendan. Myself, PJ, Gem, Atim, the four of us. So I can't remember who went up first. Like, I want to say Atim went up first, PJ went up second, and like, they were all like drinking this fucking flavored beer. Like this, like
I know you went up last because that's
no, actually, no, I didn't. So basically, like they all were in this like flavored fucking strawberry beer or whatever they were drinking. So I was like, oh, I want a Johnny Walker, whatever. So Atim went up, PJ went up, I went up, and then Jen come back from the bar when it was his round, and he literally brought like a glass like that, and it was like full, like literally like if you would like move it, it would spill. It was like full to the top, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And he goes, yeah, the man at the bar. He said, is your boy drunk yet? I said, no. And he just filled up the glass. And I was like, shit. So I drank that. And then,
dude, that is like the oldest trick in the book, bro. And you fucking took, because of your Junus, you took that glass and you drank it, didn't you? You took it, you fucking drank it.
The funny thing about that was I drank it, and then the next day I was talking to Jem. We were both one fucking hungover, and then because we went to like about 4 different bars after we were like the last 2 standing, and we were talking about, oh yeah, we went to blah 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 bar and this and that, and then Jem was like, yeah, that was it, and I was like, no. Then we went to the fucking Spanish bar, and he was like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that one.
The worst play is when I saw the video of you two doing last one standing, Jem was fine. You were not standing. You were fucking obliterated. He literally was like, he had his hand up your back, usually like a fucking puppet, because you just did not know where you.
No. His hand was on my back, making sure it didn't fall over. But the woman in that fucking Spanish bar, like this fucking Colombian woman, jeez, yeah, she couldn't speak. She worked behind the fucking bar, right? She couldn't speak a word of English, and we got there. We're trying to order a fucking beer. Couldn't speak a word of English. And we were like, "Why the fuck is this woman here?" She turned around after she like spoke to us, and we were like, "Oh yeah, that's why." Fucking arse on it. It was like, "Oh, fucking die and that and be happy." Know that. Alex almost got kidnapped. You probably don't remember, but some dude called him down a dark alleyway, and I had to grab him and say, "No, man, it would be the first time, man. Dudes try and take me down the alleyway all the time, you know."
Yeah. It's just another. That's why I have you on the chat. It's otherwise you'd be out on that alleyway.
Stay minty, yeah. So that's all the pictures. That's all that. We got 41 likes. So yeah, thanks for that, guys. So I'm just reading the comments as I'm going along. But no, it's been actually a lot of fun today. Actually, I think damn man, maybe he says that bartender though, and he's putting her hearts up. Yeah, we went back there, and she was there. She couldn't speak a word of English, and she had a low cut top on as well, and the front matched the back. Jesus Christ, she was like, Colombian women, man.
The state that you were in when I saw the video.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Tell you, that could have been a fucking guy with a fucking 12-inch cock, for you know, because I'm telling
I went
you,
back.
When I saw the video, right, and he was saying to a large man standing, I was like, Jem was like, had this grin on his face, like, look at the state of this fucking idiot next to me, and you were just like belligerent fucking English man drunk, and I thought, shit, man, this is not last man standing. This is last man standing and his puppet friend who fucking he's being around for comedic value.
Yeah,
he fucked you, and I mean, you know what? He's a big dude. Remember that when you're drinking with people, body weight, mass. Yeah. Don't fuck with people that are big guys, man. They don't want to drink with you. You run away. You drink the strawberry flavored beer and you like it. That's what you do.
I think I already started drinking before I got there because we went out for dinner and I think I had some whiskey with that as well. It was bad, but no, it was a good night. And I mean, I'm hoping again one day that happens again. Hopefully you're there as well. And you know,
that drunk, we'd all be in jail.
Yeah, you drink 2 fucking shandies and you're drunk.
Dude, listen, I'm not good to be around drunk. If I was in the state you lot are in, we would all be in jail, all of us. I would have got us all thrown in jail.
Yeah, I've actually been. When was the last time we were drunk together? Actually, the last couple of times was I've got a big fucking scar across my neck there. And it's pissed out with blood. And then the other time was when we nearly got fucking shot by the police in Madrid. So, yeah.
That's the reason. I don't drink anymore. I drink beer and I'm like a chilled sort of guy.
Poor fucking Justin got fucking done with the rubbish bin.
Yeah. Who threw it? Was it you or me? And then the other one ducked and it hit him straight in the fucking head.
You threw it at me.
Yeah, I threw it at you.
And then you threw the bin at me. I ducked. It hit Justin in the face, and then I ran after you and clotheslined you.
Yeah, good day.
That was actually one of the best fucking clotheslines. I mean, you went fucking. I lifted you off the floor, and then I think you smashed your head on the floor, and then I think you fucking punched me in the fucking jaw really hard.
I could have done.
Yeah, you did. And then you fucking mounted me and started hitting me. And then the police came over.
It's funny though, man. You know, Jesus. I was just like thinking to myself, wow, man. I was over there with you boys and you were all that destroyed.
With the Madrid thing, it was like that. It was literally like the police officer came over and it was like, you guys need to leave. Literally got his gun, like, click. You know,
I'm done this little thing.
You need to go back to your hotel, right? Click. We're like, yeah, let's go. That's when they fucked us with those drinks. We were in that Irish bar, and they gave us these fucking pint glasses full of everything. It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad. That was my stag, wasn't it?
Yeah. The best thing about your stag weekends, right, was the fact that whenever we went to like so many places, and it was literally like Englishmen, Irishmen, and Scottishmen.
Yeah.
And that was a funny thing about it. So, like, you know, and we went into everywhere we went, everyone thought Justin was gay.
Yeah.
Every single time we went to some pizza place and we got the map out and we were like sitting there to the waiter. We said, we ordered our pizza and then we're waiting for it to come. The guy comes over going, is there anything else you want? We go, yeah, is there anywhere, we've got the map out. Is there anywhere, you recommend us going? And he comes over and goes, well, the party district is in this kind of region here. There's a really good nightclub over here, but you start here because when it's quiet, get the drinks cheaper. And then you take a taxi to this place and, you have a really good time. And then he goes like that, looks at Justin and goes, oh, but for you want to go over here. This is the gay region and you'll have a really good time there, my friend. And he's just like, what? And then we went to, because obviously it was a stag do. So we went to the, bachelor party. And we went to the stripper, and it was like this like stripper. So she starts like doing a dance. She was the worst stripper ever because like you went to buy her a drink, And she was like, "Oh no, don't buy me a drink, because it's not like buying me a drink. You pay like 5-10 times the price, and you're just giving me kind of like a tip, but don't worry about it, kind of thing." And then she's there talking to us, and then we're waiting for her to fucking strip, because she's a stripper. And then Justin, like, I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. And then she's like, "So your friend, he's not into girls, right?" And then the third time is we're in the Irish bar, and we're standing at the bar waiting to get these fucking stupid pint glasses of everything. And then we're standing at the bar, and then this like big fucking like rugby player German guy comes over and going, "Hey everyone, hey, how are you? Hey big guy, hey what? Hey man!" And he goes, looks at Justin, goes, "Hey little gay boy, are you happy you're a gay boy?" Just like and Justin's like, "I'm not fucking gay. What's going on?" But it was just so fucking funny.
Yeah, just teasing him, man, being like, "Man, listen, it's okay. You come out here, it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
We're all
okay.
with you.
You could be gay here. There's gay people around over there, I'm sure, but you could be gay. It's because he was wearing like, I think he was wearing. He's quite a little guy. He's quite skinny. I think he was wearing like a really tight shirt or something. I don't know
I
what it
don't
was,
know, but I'm sure that haunts him forever. I
I,
mean, just
it was just like, but
because it was like the thing I think that made it hard or made it like hilarious was there were all different types of people from all different places in the world that were talking to him in all different locations. So
yeah,
it was like it was a common theme. So it was just like it was gold. And the worst thing is my brother. The best thing, my brother-in-law's gay, and whenever we're out and like we're having a drink and stuff, everybody, all the girls fucking come onto him. So
yeah,
it just shows you. Do you know what I mean? It's like fucking priceless. He
yeah.
always has to say, "Nah, like, yeah, you don't do it for me." They always take it to heart. Like whenever I'm with him, it's like fucking priceless.
But I was thinking they could kind of convert him, don't they? I was like,
Well, he doesn't say like, you know what I mean, or anything like that. He's not. He's like quite a private person. But my point is like it's just like
which was that? No, not Mark. No,
yeah, Mark, yeah.
yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's just pricing. You take Justin, and he's a single fucking guy who wants to meet with him. And they're just like, "Go to these streets. You don't belong here."
He did get that like African prostitute come up to him. Do you remember?
No, I was probably wasted. I don't remember.
When after he got shot by the police, we were walking along, and the African prostitute like grabbed him and like pushed him up against the lamppost. And she's like, "Hey, I suck your dick for €50." The best, actually. One more story about your stag do, which was great. Was I woke up. There was a time where the first night we went out. There are two more stories. The first night we went out, right? I think you were sitting on the edge of the bed, and you were like leaning over, and you were getting something out your bag, and I ran, and I got you like in a headlock or something, and then we started like fighting, and then you like threw me into the wardrobe or something, and it was like really bad, like really loud, and the woman came in, and it was literally like you're staying at your fucking like your friend's house when you're a kid, and she came in because we were actually in a hostel, it wasn't a hotel, and there were 6 beds in our room, and there were 3 of us. And she came in and she shouted at us, and she goes, "Oh my God, you make so much noise! You're so loud! You English people, you drink, you make no noise. What you're doing? Blah blah blah. I had 3 people who were meant to be in your room tomorrow. I can't have them sharing with you. I can't believe this. I'm so disappointed." And we're like, "We're so sorry. We're sorry. We're blah blah blah." And she walked out. We were like, "Fuck, we got the room to ourselves. That's awesome." But then the day after the big drink, I was like lying in bed, and I'm lying there, and there's like a bottle of water on the side, and I'm like lying there, and I'm like lying against the wall, and I'm so fucked, and I'm there like, oh. And then like you're like going in your bag, and I can hear you, and you're over the other side of the room, and I can basically hear you saying, "Oh, what the fuck is this? What the fuck?" And you're like taking everything out of your bag. You're going, "Why the fuck is all my clothes?" And you're like going like that, getting your t-shirts out, and you're kind of going like, why the fuck is this wet? What the fuck? And you're like going like that, look at your t-shirts. And then I'm there, and I'm in the corner, and I'm going like that, and I'm going, oh. And I like grab my bottle of water while you're going, why the fuck am I going? But everything in my bag is wet. It's fucking drenched. I can't fucking wear this. What the fuck? And then I'm there, and I'm like, get my bottle of water, and I'm like, and it's like empty, and I'm like, she's like tuck it down the side of the bed. So clearly I took my fucking bottle of water and just fucking put it all over your clothes. And I think I put like toothpaste all over your clothes.
Yeah, it was like
and then I went, the worst part about it is I went then and I got in the shower and I was still fucked. And then literally I slipped in the shower and I slipped.
I remember, yeah.
Grabbed the curtain and the curtain, like I fell back and the curtain was like, and then like the curtain came down and I'm there like, and then the bar is kind of like swinging kind of thing. And then the bar falls down off the top and it's like, bang. It was out. I had a shower, got out, and I was like, I come in and I'm like, you go, what's wrong? I said, fuck, I fell over in the bath. And you go, oh yeah, I heard a big bang. I thought you fell over. And I was like, why did you fucking come and check? What the fuck? It's so funny.
Because I had a fucking because I was dealing with a clothes full of toothpaste and fucking water and what also smelt to me like piss. So I'm only assuming that you ran out of your bottle of water and then pissed all in my clothes.
I don't know if I did, but I think what happened as well, I think we did it to Justin on the first night because he went to bed early and we covered him in toothpaste.
Yeah, that's right.
Literally, I put it because I think it was like I said to you, like I read somewhere that if you like get toothpaste into your hair, it's like chewing gum, so you have to like shave it out, which was actually bullshit. It just washes out. But we put it all in his hair. But sorry, I just want to say, sorry, we've got well off topic. This is what happens when you drink. Sorry, but Luke Jones has just given $1.99, so something worked. You need to go out, yeah. Luke, you need to come down to London, maybe. Actually, London's well expensive. Don't do that.
Come out to my neck of the woods.
Yeah, Spain was fucking awesome. Jem, I really want George to come to New York Comic Con in 2019. Love it. I mean, I really, really want to go. I had a great time.
October, isn't it?
First week of October.
My boy will be just before, it'll have his first birthday probably out there.
Well, the thing is the fact that you have obviously Singapore the month before, so you have to kind of I don't know what the way is, but I had a really good time actually this year in New York because in Singapore it's I love Singapore, I love the convention, I love the people, but in New York this year I got to meet a lot of people and go kind of out for drinks a lot more, so I did actually enjoy that quite a bit. Zab Norios is fucking mad, fucking crazy. You want to go out for a drink with him, he's fucking really cool. And then Atim, really awesome guy, went to this arcade, Barcade I think it's called, went there. Brendan Guerrera, I mean, he gives a lot of shit on the groups, but Brendan Guerrera's a top fucking guy. A lot of time for Brendan. I mean, I spent a lot of time with him while I was in New York, and if I didn't like him, I wouldn't have spent that time with him. So I do like him. He's a really nice guy. I mean, really nice guy. Obviously, on the groups, he wants to wind people up, but yeah, super guy. Thanks, Luke, for that. I will email. Chris, I did see your email. Yeah, it's a reprint. It's a later version of 129 that you sent me. Talking about Gem Mint store. So in Gem Mint's got a website now where you can buy the XM Studios pieces in America. So I'm scrolling through all of these. Keep it minty. That's just what I saw him scrolling through. Yeah, that bartender. So see, it wasn't a fucking dude. All right. So yeah. New York Comic Con is like San Diego Comic Con, is packed full of people. Well, Yeah, okay. That's any convention is going to be packed full of people, but I think that San Diego has got to a stage where it is really, really, really packed. But the thing about San Diego is there's nothing around the convention place. So, you know, if with New York Comic Con, you have so many fucking bars and restaurants and places you can go. So New York, and also there's, you know, I mean, I had a really good time in New York this year. Really good time. So, what's your next? My next statue coming in are those two Sideshow apples. Oh, is Vass in the house? Jesus, I'm going to go now because I'm scared of Vass.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm actually worried one day that Vass is going to block us too.
He probably would have the right to.
One day, Vass is going to remove Gio and I from RaddTitan. You know, somehow he's going to find a way to do it. So I'm worried for those days. Vass is fucking savage, and I spoke to someone who was in New York, and I said to them, "You met Vass?" And they was like, "No, I didn't." I was like, "You met Vass. Vass knows you, and he met you. He goes under the radar, man. He knows exactly who you are."
Great man. Great man.
Great man. Yeah. Don't fuck with Vass.
You see someone contact you called Vass, just say yes, no problem. I'd exactly what you say.
He looks a bit like Cheech Marlin, but other than that, yeah. Cheech Marlin's the guy from Dusk Till Dawn. You know, the guy, or one of the characters is like the attention pussy lovers.
Yeah,
that's Cheech Marlin.
Cheech and Chong guy, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, should we end it there?
Yeah, let's end it.
All right, we've been rambling on for a bit too long now. Sorry, guys. As what happens when there's alcohol involved, and we don't have the deadlines that we normally get. But it's actually been a lot of fun. I think I got muted on Comrade Rant. I don't quite. I haven't muted anyone. I haven't muted anyone in this chat. There's no. I was tempted to do the comic quest guy for a little while, but I thought I'd just let him go. Sergio, you ain't been muted, buddy. I haven't muted anybody. So, yeah.
Yeah, been a peaceful, happy time.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, I haven't been told that someone's going to get a little voodoo doll and stab me in the fucking arsehole with a needle. So it's been good. But no, it's been a lot of fun. And I think at this rate, we need to do them on Saturday nights more often, don't we?
But, yeah. Let's just get drunk and we'll have a chat. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, people. Do the usual. Click on that like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you click on the bell, and that way you'll be notified anytime we put up a video or we go live. So thank you, and hope you like my new haircut. So yeah, it needs a bit of a brush, but yeah. Thanks, guys. Trim my beard as well. But yeah, peace out.